Hello, everybody. Here we are for day number 2 of the Gauntlet. We have LRE versus the Miracle Runners themselves, FFZ. I'm joined today by Prabu, otherwise known as Black F8. How are you doing?
Doing solid. Excited for the series.
All right, glad to hear. Glad to hear. I've already made my prediction for the series in the power rankings. So, what is your prediction of what you think is going to be going down between LRE and FFZ?
I don't really know who's gonna win, but I am cheering for LRE. I have a lot of friends on that team, so yeah, I really hope to see them win. But I think overall it's gonna be a really cool match. Yeah.
All right. Well, starting us off with the bans, we have LRE going in strong with the Vayne ban against the mid laner of FFC, might I add. He had some pretty pop-off games in series number 1 between BBC, and they are also going to ban the Garen away from Mad Chef, something that he's been very strong on, always going even at lane or winning with the Garen. FFC, however, going to put a lot of priority on your bad connections. AD carry pool, the Xayah Tristana gone, and no AD carry bans targeted towards Tygoon, and Tygoon's pretty well known for when he plays ADC on the Caitlyn and the Ashe. Luckily, LRE did ban one of them. Maybe they think about taking away the other. Oh, all right. So, how were you guys surprised by? I know you played them yesterday, but were you guys surprised that FFC was able to pull it back and win both those series 2-1?
Yeah, a little bit. I think game two was kind of unfortunate. We kind of threw a crazy huge lead, which was kind of our bad. But I think they drafted really well. They had a lot of different picks that they could play. They also showed that they could play different types of comps. So yeah, I think they're like very thorough with how they play as a team, which is really, really cool to see. Kind of caught us by surprise. Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, it's definitely, especially with them running two of their substitutes over their main players, and they've all been able to mesh very well together. So they've definitely come here to surprise the league. But LRE going to take Orianna for that first pick, something that Mr. Krabs we've seen a few times on, and it pairs well with a lot of what Jordan likes to play in the jungle. So a very powerful first pick for them. Whereas FFC going to pick up the Ashe for Tygoon, and more. I want to honestly believe that it's more than likely going to be a jungle pick here. They should really try to cinch down, hopefully, the Jarvan against the Orianna. Like, you don't want Jarvan Orianna on the same team.
Oh, Silas Fucker. That's a pretty good pick.
Yeah, Silas is the other pick here, but that does give LRE the Jarvan, and they instantly lock that in, as we see. Very powerful combo right there, so Silas is going to have to be super careful, especially with him being a melee champion. But he does have already two pretty decent ultis to be yoinking for himself, and I can't imagine that he won't find some more, especially with how LRE likes to play. They like to do a lot of wombo combos and teamfight focused ultimates, so there should be a lot of action for Silas to pick.
Saber locked in by UBC. Pretty good pick. Pretty safe into Ashe. You can spell shield the R. Has a ton of wave clear. So far, both drafts looking pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty standard for LRE, and honestly pretty standard for FFC, so nothing too surprising is going to be coming out. It looks like Kindred, something that Vapta is known for. He plays a lot of the carry junglers, and he has a history with Jordan and that champion. They've always been fighting over it. Jordan has gone for the Jarvan, though, so everything is pretty standard. We should be seeing a tank come out from Mad Chef and just Relish more than likely, so I want to see LRE maybe look to pinch either the support pool or the top pool and get rid of some of those tanks, because right now FFC's team relatively squishy for the wombo that LRE has, and if they can get it on the right targets, they can really start to explode those team fights open. Interesting. Fiora ban, yeah, against Mikolo. I feel like
I don't know. I've never seen him play it before.
yeah, it might be on his champion history, maybe. I don't think we've seen him play it in BTL,
Yeah.
but that definitely foreshadows FFZ wanting to lock in some form of tank top, surely, right? You're trying to take away the Fiora so that she can't use her passive to abuse the HP pools. And LRE banning the Cassante, so that's a pretty powerful tank to get rid of. But Ornn is still open, Sion is still open. A lot of options are still available for FFZ.
For sure.
I would actually love to see Ornn here because I believe that Ornn's E destroys Jarvan's ult, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. I don't think they removed that. I think that's still in game. I haven't seen it for a while, but yeah, for sure.
Milio gonna be the final ban for FFZ, something that's pretty well with Sivir, that fits pretty well with Sivir. And the Renata ban against Just Relish, so trying to make sure that they don't have some form of counter engage in the support pool. I would like to see Ornn or Rel here. Like Sivir's auto attack range is super short that Rel can abuse, and Ornn overall is just a super strong tank. So I would love to see one of those two pickups here. Worst case scenario, maybe like a Sion or something, but it looks like we are going to get a Renekton hover. He's pretty blind pickable, but I just feel like you could have had a little bit more out at the top. Because every time I see Renekton, I swear he doesn't do what you want him to do.
Yeah, I think it's his comfort pick because he played it a lot yesterday too. So maybe it's like he's just comfortable picking it blind, and maybe it's just kind of like a neutralized type lane situation where it's strong early and kind of has prime.
Okay.
Yeah.
We are going to have a Gragas hover for LRE. I feel like Gragas would be pretty decent into Renekton every time Renekton E's forward. You can just E him, CC him, get the Q drop, and then walk away. So it's going to be kind of hard for Renekton to actually properly abuse that lane. And also Renekton's not one of those champions that really hammers in on MR building because he's more of like an HP stacker.
Yeah.
So definitely a lot of tools for LRE right now. They have a great engages. They have great ways to disrupt fights or keep people stuck in fights. So let's see what they run it out with the support pick. Oh, wait. I'm lost. A Graves pickup. Is that a Jarvan support? Or a Gragas support? And if so, is Graves in a lane? Or is he in the jungle? That is definitely an interesting one. How do you feel about the Graves last pick for LRE?
Well, I know what they're going for because our team has scrimmed against them a couple of times this last week, but I think their roster is pretty good. Yeah.
Okay, so where has that Graves been going?
I'm pretty sure it's Jarvan support, Graves jungle, Gragas top.
All right. That would definitely be an interesting one. Something that we don't see too often is the Jarvan support. But FFZ going to lock in that Alistar. So if that is a Jarvan support, a lot of ways to push him out. And Alistar is also one of those supports who counters the Sivir spell shield. No matter what you do on Sivir, once you do your combo in Alistar, the spell shield will always consume the knockback and you'll still get knocked up.
Yeah.
Just because of how they're layered. So we got some pretty spicy picks here. I am really surprised by the Graves pick. I like, that is definitely an interesting one. I would have liked to see the Jarvan mid just because, or the Jarvan jungle just because of how it pairs with Orianna. But I guess you still have the Jarvan at least, and it's a denial pick for FFZ.
Yeah, I think the Gragas ulti is really good into FFZ's comp too, because the disruption is going to be really deadly for Kindred and Ashe.
Yeah.
Yeah, Silas also has really good ultis too. I don't know. Both sides look pretty interesting. I do like LRE's comp overall more. Just Ori Jarvan just seems pretty simple, straightforward to execute. But yeah, we'll see.
I feel like you lose a lot of the power of the Orianna Jarvan when your Orianna can't use it as a guarantee way to get ahead of lane. So we're going to have to see if that is a Jarvan support, which it looks like it is going to be, how well Silas can do in the 1v1. Because Graves isn't exactly like the premier ganker. And so I just feel like it's going to be a really heavy 1v1 focused in the mid lane, and we have seen the Silas mid lane before against, I believe Vigar was who he played against last time in the very first series, and he did super well in the range matchup. So
For sure.
He obviously knows how to handle the range advantage that the enemies have. So we're gonna have to see what Mr. Krabs can do and if he can play it better than what BBC's mid did.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be a skill-oriented matchup, I think, between the mid laners. Orion is relatively safe, I feel like with her W slow, like usually you're able to kind of farm safely until you get your items. And she's also just in general one of the strongest mid laners right now. So maybe Mr. Krabs can get out of this lane without dying too many times. But yeah, we're gonna have to see how well the lanes execute, how well Graves can stick to farming, and then what FFZ does to respond to LRE's team fighting comp.
Yeah, 100%. So who are you giving the edge to here? We see we see both teams full comps. Who do you think has the better comp? Who do you think is going to be able to perform what their comp needs to do to come out on top in game number 1?
I think I like LRE's comp only because I like what their whole comp is going for with the Oriana J4. And I really think the supporting picks are really good into FFZ's team. Like Gragas into FFZ's like Ashe and Kindred seems really, really strong. Sivir ulti, Sivir spell shields is also super strong. So I'm gonna have to lean towards LRE. Yeah.
Okay. I'm actually going to lean the other way into FFZ. I would have liked to see the Jarvan in the jungle. I just feel like you lose a lot of the presence that Jarvan has there. I don't
Mhm.
know that Jarvan's going to really be able to do too much against the Alistar. I feel like Alistar is just a pure counter into the Jarvan pick because he wants to go in and in. Alistar is really good at pushing people away. He has guaranteed CC for the Sivir. And Ashe just has that extended range to stay far away from the Jarvan. Yes, the Sivir does counter Ashe softly, but the Alistar counters Sivir softly. And knowing how the mid lane matchups have gone in the past with the Sylas pickup, that champion can become very strong. But it is going to be a close call, and it really is going to come down to the execution of the players.
For sure. For sure.
The one advantage I am going to give LRE, though, is the top side. I don't think Renekton's going to be able to do too much against a Gragas. I just feel like Gragas is Belly Slam is a lot. It's a hard counter into the Renekton abuse. So we're going to have to see exactly what goes down there. But do you have any final comments before we send it off to a break and load into the Rift?
Nothing about draft. Just excited to see how this game goes. Yeah.
All right. Well, we're going to send it off to a break while we load into the Rift for game number 1 between LRE and FFZ. Can LRE stomp the flame, or will FFZ come out on top and make the dream run come true? We'll be back with you guys in approximately 3 minutes, so don't go anywhere. All right, everybody, we are loaded onto the Rift for game number 1 between LRE and FFZ. Prabu, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, 3, 2, 1, 11, 12, 13.
Perfect.
All right, here we go. Let's see what these teams have prepared for their matchups. And let's see who comes out on top in game number 1, arguably the most important game of the series because it is a best of 3.
Both teams lining up.
30 seconds until minions
So yeah, looks like we have a standard 5-point coming out from both sides, so nothing too crazy is gonna end up happening here. There's no random hooks being thrown, no just relish blitzcrank. So we're gonna see some pretty standard stuff. Let's see if anyone tries to get some vision into the enemy jungle. And look at that, we got a little dance party in the mid lane. Silas is ready to party. It's both junglers starting on the top side, so we're probably going to see a mirrored path by both of them. They're both 80 carry junglers basically, so they should have pretty similar clear times. Where do you want to see a lot of the jungle focused on this game? You want more in the mid lane, trying to get Orianna or Silas ahead, more on the bot side, or on the top? I don't expect it to go top, but
I don't know. It's kind of weird. For LRE, I feel like Server's like a pretty safe laner, and I don't know what they're going to try to do with the J4. Top lane's probably going to be a farm fest, so I'm thinking maybe mid. Maybe just maybe focus around the mid lane, but we're going to have to see. Both junglers are starting top side, so they could both path bot, and something could happen around bot lane. Yeah, not sure what they have planned yet.
Alright, a level 2 advantage here for the bot side, but Red Shark's going to get pulverized and knocked up by Just Relish. Ignite's going to go down onto Just Relish while Tagian is in danger. He's going to have to flash away with the Ignite ticking on him. He's trying to get down as much damage as he can while Just Relish is trying to push them away. So already an explosive 2v2 in the bot.
I wonder what their plan is, because I feel like Alistar can just re-sustain them back up after a couple of waves.
Yeah, it looks like they were trying to do something with their level 2 early, but they luckily got level 2 at basically the same time, so didn't exactly play out the way they wanted it to. And that's Gragas doing Gragas things. Did they change the Gragas E spam already? I don't know if you were aware of that, but
yeah, they buffed it very recently. I think
Silas gonna fall first blood for Mr. Krabs. I am quite surprised actually that they were able to turn that into a kill. That's gonna be flash for flash and 400 gold in the pockets of Mr. Krabs.
Kind of huge, yeah. Orianna harass kind of hurts in lane.
And that's going to give Jordan the priority on the first scuttle on the bot side. The mark, however, is on the top side. So let's see if Octo is able to get up there in time before Jordan's able to steal it. But it looks like we have a fight breaking out in the bot side once again. Red Strike's going to have to EQ out while Tygoon and Just Relish try to put some pressure here. They spot Jordan in the brush, and now Jordan's going to get chased away by Vaporto. And it looks like there's going to be a little bit of dissuasion. This should give Vaporto, I believe, the advantage at getting to the scuttle in time if Silas moves back to mid. Looks like we have Mr. Krabs spotting out Vaporto on the scuttle, trying to get down as much damage as he can to try to dissuade a fight later in the river. But he's going to get engaged on a flash forward by Jordan, but is it going to be enough? Mr. Krabs going to get dropped low, but the Q is going to snipe him, and now Silas is on the run with Red Strike being there. Renekton is moving down, but I don't know if they're healthy enough to fight for the scuttle. Doesn't look like it. Jordan's going to start it up, and that should be the mark getting stolen away, except Silas trying to do some fancy work, trying to push him away, but Vaporto has given up on the whole fight.
J4 sprinting it all the way to the top side of the map.
Yeah, it's actually huge that Red Strike did move there. Because
Oh,
if he wasn't there, that should have definitely been a free crab for Vapordo.
for sure.
Ah, that harass. Disgusting. Who let Oriana through? Who did it? I'm actually surprised at how well the top lane is going for Mad Chef. I feel like Renekton should just counter everything that he tries to do. But I guess once Gragas runs out of mana, you can't really compete with the sustain of Renekton.
Yeah, I guess so. Maybe he's just familiar with that matchup. It seems like that champion is like something he's super comfortable on. Yeah, not fully sure. Not fully sure.
Silas gonna have to back once again. The harass that Oriana is laying down is just a little bit too much for him to handle right now. While there is a slow push in the bot side, Sivir trying to get the shove in. Ashe just came back from a reset. And it looks like the jungler and Jarvan are on the bot side, so Tygoon and Just Relish got to be careful here. Dragon gonna get started up.
So I think we might be looking to trade it for some jungle camps on the other side of the map. I think it's a smart move.
Yeah, they have no vision of Vaporto right now, so they don't actually know that he's in this spot side of the jungle, and there's no camps for Jordan to take in response. So if he can get at least 2 camps here, that's a pretty decent tempo for the jungler of FFZ. Even though they did lose the first dragon, but it's just the first dragon, and they'll have advantage on the Herald spawning. Mark's punting right to Vaporto as well, but we have an engage by Mad Chef. He's going to drop the ultimate onto the Gragas. Gragas is going to have to flash away, flash forward by Mad Chef, and that's going to be a solo kill for Mad Chef. But now the mid laner of Silas is in trouble. Vaporto is here. He does have his ultimate, so he could try to turn this, but he ults so late. So now he is in trouble. He did get his mark at least, but I don't know if he's going to be able to come out on top. He might try to get one. He gets one trade kill, but that's going to be a 2-for-1 in favor of LRE. But now we have a fight breaking out in the bot side. Red Strike goes forward with the Sivir. Sivir ultimate is up. He flashes forward to try to get down more damage. The ultimate from the Sivir cannot compete with the Ghost and the slows. Flash forward by Red Strike. He doesn't connect the EQ, and he's going to be able to walk away here. So a lot of blood is being shed across the map.
That Kindred ulti was so unfortunate. Oh.
Yeah, just like a half a second too late. He was trying to greet it as long as possible, but I felt like he should have just popped it as early as possible and at least get his mid laner out of there alive. I don't think you're really needing to trade the kills there.
For sure. Yeah, I don't think you want to give more gold to this Oriana, because it's going to be looking very scary later on. Top lane is not looking too good.
Yeah, Mad Chef is honestly making me eat my words here. I for sure thought Gragas had the advantage here, but he is showing me wrong once again. And I mean, look at the CS lead. He's up 30 CS, almost 40. Once he picks up this wave, it should equal out to about 30. That is disgusting for the Renekton.
Yeah, definitely.
Renekton alone is the gold lead. He has 1,000 gold ahead, but now we have Just Rush going forward onto Red Strike. Red Strike misses the EQ combo. And now Silas is coming here. They're dropping pings on top of Silas. Silas is in trouble. He just kind of walked in and died to Mr. Krabs. That's another kill picked up for Mr. Krabs. It was his DC. Tragic.
Oh, wow. That's unfortunate. Oh.
Okay, all 3 of Kindred Marks have spawned on this top scuttle. What is going on? Stop it.
Kinda
Stop
crazy.
spawning up there.
Wow, wait, they have 3 pinks in this bottom river. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, Vaprto taking quite a beating. I mean, Mr. Krabs is so ahead right now. Mr. Krabs is about 1,000 gold lead here. Jordan has stolen the scuttle away, and she's going to have to drop the flash, though, to make sure she doesn't get caught out by Silas. Red Strike has his ultimate available now, and Tygoon does not have the flash. So they're going to have to be careful here. If Tygoon gets stuck in the pit, I don't know if Alistar is going to be able to buy enough time to keep Sivir away from the fight. That is terrifying. Silas is damaged, even though he is 3 kills behind. If he can get on top of that Orianna, it is still terrifying.
Definitely. Some good ultis to use too for Silas, so we'll have to see how he plays it out in team fights later.
Yeah, we do have, it looks like, some positioning for this dragon. The top lane of LRE has moved down. They have found the Alistar. They're trying to get down as much damage. Just is going to drop the ultimate, and Tygoon's going to drop his. They're going to stun up Sivir with Matchup TPing in the back, so Sivir could be in danger. Your back connection is going to drop super low. He falls to Tygoon. Well, Red Strike tries to knock up some more, but he is going to fall as well. So that's going to be 2 for none with the chase going forward. The Orianna ulti from the Silas is going to secure the kill onto Gragas, and that is going to be the dragon with Jordan and Mr. Krabs running with the tail between the legs. Oh, a flash forward by Silas is going to get another kill. 4 for none. Mr. Krabs does pick up 1 on the backside, and all the gold is on Mr. Krabs' hands. He is the team right now. He has all 5 kills, but now Just Relish coming forward. He gets the headbutt pulverized, and he might have overstayed his welcome just a little bit too much. Here comes the shutdown for Tygoon, and that is going to be the delayed ace and the dragon in favor of FFZ.
Wow. What a team fight. 2 Orianna ultis. Bodies dropping everywhere.
Yeah, here comes Vaprto. He gets interrupted by the Gragas, but he knocks away Jordan just in time. All right, Vaprto, are you going to be able to get out of this? Gragas is here. He has the damage. The knockup comes through. The Q goes out. He doesn't seem to be able to get away from this, and he's just going to die to the Gragas. That's probably your best option, to be honest.
Better than Graves getting it, I guess.
Yeah. Ooh, Silas missing the E on Mr. Krabs. Great sidesteps. Let's take a look at the Vaprto stacks. He only has 1 so far. I thought he would have gotten 1 in that last team fight. Silas is going to go forward, get the root onto Mr. Krabs. Mr. Krabs going to drop the ultimate, and now Silas could be in danger. Another solo kill for the Orianna. 6 kills. He is ahead 1.5 or 1,500 gold.
Yeah, the Silas is training really aggressively into him.
Yeah, now Jarvan going to get caught out here by, ooh, a great stop there by Just Relish. The Ash Ultimate's going to go down, and Red Strike could be in danger. He's going to drop the flash, but Just Relish, I feel like they could have dived there. He has the ultimate, but I guess they don't want to risk too much without knowing where anyone is.
Yeah, I think it's best that they traded like an ult for a stun, and they can kind of like walk away from that and just try to get maybe one last ult.
Yeah. Now we have Jordan ganking the top side. Gragas is trying to dissuade them. Or sorry, Silas is dissuading them with the TP, but now we have a dive for your back connection, and now Tygoon is on a rampage. 300 gold bounty. Ping's going down onto the rift. Silas is here with Gragas ultimate. Red Strike's gonna go forward, gets the knock up, and now Silas is gonna be in a little bit of trouble. He drops the Gragas ultimate to try to save his life, but it's not gonna be enough. Will they be able to get a trade? They get one, so it's a 1-for-1, and Matchef is on the run. Gragas has the flash. He might go forward here. He's pretty fast, but it's just gonna be a 1-for-1, and that should be the Herald falling. There's a lot of action across both sides of the map right now.
For sure, for sure. There's something at the bottom turn. See.
Yeah. So Tygoon ahead about 1,500. Same for the Orianna. So, and there is also a 1,500 gold lead in the top side. So a lot of areas to play around for FFZ. They have a 3K gold lead right now. And I mean, I am still impressed at how well this Renekton is farming compared to the Gragas. It's to be expected in the mid lane. Silas down 30 CS, but Gragas is down 40. Like, things are quite dangerous here for the side lane of LRE. Jordan trying to find an angle potentially to use this Herald, but TP's gonna come in from Gragas. He thought they were looking for more, but they did not. So that's gonna be TP down, Herald drop. I don't think this Herald actually breaks this tower open. And maybe they can destroy it in time if they hit the eye. Doesn't look like they're gonna be able to get it though. So it's gonna get its charge, but no tower will fall. Red Strike goes in with his ultimate along with the Orianna, but the Kindred ulti is going to go down to save them, and now just Relish is trying to get down as much CC as they can. Tygoon is free firing in the backside, flashes away from LRE. Jordan's going to get chased down. I don't think she's going to be able to escape Vaprito. Vaprito picks up one, and no kills picked up for LRE. What a clutch Kindred ultimate.
Yeah, that was a beautiful Kindred ulti for sure. My goodness.
Yeah, I think Kindred just hit her 4th mark. No, she's only on her 2nd. Jesus, how are you at so many? I feel like he's at so much more.
Yeah, no, it's been kind of unfortunate. I think LRE's been doing a really good job of just like denying the marks. Like, remember earlier when we saw the Graves kind of like take the scuttle and like flash out?
Yeah.
They've been really focused on that. But I guess, I mean, even without any marks, I think Kindred's just being super useful with her ulti usage so far. So.
Yeah, and it's not like they don't have a carry. I mean, the Ashe is so fed, and we saw in that last fight, yes, they got to engage on him, but the Kindred ulti was enough to keep the Ashe alive, and then he just kited them out with his slows and his extended range compared to Sivir. It's so hard to actually finish the kill on the Ashe.
Definitely. And kudos to the South as well. Like, they were able to return back all of the damage that was laid on like Ashe and Alistar when I think South hit like a 3-man or a 4-man Orianna ulti. And then after Renekton TP's in, he just kind of cleans everything up, which is really well played by the team, I think, overall.
Yeah, it is very impressive to say the least for FFZ. They have definitely got some areas that they did improve on, and they are ready for the Gauntlet. But here comes Vaprito. He does get a mark for his troubles, but now he's gonna have to try to get stuck in a fight. Jordan could be in trouble. She's gonna get CC chained. That's gonna be Vaprito picking up another kill for himself. It wasn't a marked kill. His mark is currently on Orianna, but I believe he is sitting at 3 as we speak, and Mikello could be in trouble. This is a 4-man dive onto the Gragas, and he's not going to be able to hold this wave. TP coming in from Orianna, but this is honestly a little bit dangerous here. Jarvan is here to support, but here they go. That's going to be a double knockup for Alistar. One falls, and that's another mark claimed for Vaprito. Red Strike is going to fall quickly after, and that's going to be a 3 for none. Oh, nope, scratch that. 2 for none? Yeah, 2 for none, and the tower should be falling. $5K gold lead for FFZ right now. This is insane.
Yeah, they're really playing well together as a team, I think. Everybody's playing their part. It's really cool.
The last bastion of the outer towers is that mid lane tower. It is at 1,000 HP. So we should be seeing it fall here pretty soon. No second Herald of the game is going to get picked up. Baron has already spawned, so they won't be able to use the Herald to break open the map completely. But I believe that they have full control of the game right now in this time and moment.
Definitely, I think LRE needs to look for a very clean fight and really focus on peeling and playing around the Orianna for sure.
Yeah, Orianna is like their only bastion.
Yeah.
Red Strike gonna get spotted out on the ward. He's gonna get CC'd, but he buffered that EQ perfectly. Make sure he gets out alive. LRE has to be careful here. Orianna isn't here. She doesn't have teleport. So they definitely need to be very careful on what fight they take.
Looks like Orianna realizes this and is not rotating. I wonder if they see her on the ward.
Yeah, they should see her. Nope, not quite yet. She's going to walk into the ward now, so they know that she's here. Baron's going to get started up. TP is available for Silas. But an engage onto Red Strike just while she's trying to push them away. They're probably going to have to try to turn around here. I think they were doing it to bait a fight. Matchup's going to drop the ultimate. They're going to go forward with Red Strike, but they don't have the Orianna here to assist quite yet. A triple knock up for Just Relish. That's going to be 2 falling, and they are going to start the chase onto your back connection. Your back connection will fall, and that's going to be a 3 for none, and this should be an opportunity for Baron. Jordan is going to have to get a miracle steal here, or I feel like the game is going to be too far gone for the first game of the series. Yeah, Jordan's not going to even attempt, so that's going to be the Baron picked up. They're already at a 6k gold lead. This should balloon them up to 7.5. And things are looking dire.
The Graves ulti. Guess it was gun including or something? I don't know how Silas works. Soul Point Drake. Getting ready in the river, and Scuttle, clearing vision. Doing a really good job focusing on objectives for FFZ.
Yeah, FFZ has definitely come out to show today. They want to not have any repeats of what happened yesterday. They were on the brink of death for basically 4 games. I don't think they won a first game in a single series.
Yeah. Ooh.
Matchup gonna pop the ultimate and dodge the Red Strike EQ.
Very well played. Instantly cleared the wave so they can't take the top tower in exchange for the dragon. At least not immediately. Let's see how long he can hold that tower alone.
Yeah, we have Alistar beelining it to the top side, trying to help Matchup here. They don't want to give any objective bounties, it looks like. Matchup once again gonna clear the wave, and just look at the damage to the wave he can do. Up 70 CS.
I understand now. Renekton is just OP. That's what I'm seeing.
The final outer tower will fall for LRE. And honestly, they might even get this tier 2. No one is here to match them. Tygoon and Bapta do this so fast. So that's going to be 2 towers for basically nothing across the map. They put so much focus on trying to get that top tower, but Matchup was able to dissuade them and get those waves under control.
Not sure if Kindred's been like farming the enemy camps or something, but she's up to 5 stacks now. So she's been picking up stacks since the last time I looked.
Yeah, I think she got her 3rd stack at the Gromp fight, and then they did that tower dive to pick up another stack.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
I don't know where the 5th one came from, but he has it nonetheless. Looks like another tier tower will be falling. They have this cannon wave here. Silas is going to start tanking, but the tower will fall nonetheless. And we are going to get a reset here.
Zero has pushed the mid wave all the way down.
Alright. What do you think LRE needs to do here to stabilize the game? They're down almost 10,000 gold. It's quite a lead to overcome, but we have seen teams do it before.
I think these team fights are not looking too hot. Maybe try looking for a pick, like when Kindred comes into their jungle or something like that. But I don't know. It's really difficult, I think, with the type of comp that FFZ is running. That has so much, like...
Saya's going to go in. The Ash ultimate goes out, but your back connection is going to block it with the spell shield. But Jordan is in trouble. She's going to have to pop the Ghost Blade to try to get away. She will successfully do it, but she's going to be dropped super low.
Good timing to look for a pick. It's 1 minute and 50 for any type of objective, so the ulti will be right back up.
Yeah, now we have Gragas looking on top of them. They get the ultimate onto Tycoon. Tycoon's going to get caught out just a little bit. He's going to use the splash. Get away from that Orianna damage. And honestly, FFZ probably should reset here before any major objective spawns. They have 1 minute.
Yeah, they have a big opportunity now for LRE. Ash Flash is down. We can look for her in the team fight that comes up next for the Dragon.
Yeah, another mark claimed for the Kindred.
I really hope to see J4 Ori do something with that Ash having no flash in the next fight. EQ on J4 plus R. Orianna ulti or Gragas ulti on top.
Yeah, so I just going to go forward, gets a triple Orianna ult of himself, and that is going to be LRE falling. The Orianna ult to try to redeem it, but she only picks up one, and that could be a potential game-ending push here. It's just your back connection and Orianna alive, but they have so much ways to start the fight. Your connection is in a little bit of danger. Matchup's trying to get the stun. He does get it. Cleanse is going to get popped. Bobrito is in there deep with Mad Chef. They're taking so many tower shots, and this is going to be Mad Chef falling. Now it's just up to Just Relish to try to get some CC down for Tygoon and Bobrito. Tygoon and Bobrito are going to stay safe in the Kindred ultimate while Just Relish pushes them away. They get one inhibitor, or one Nexus tower. They're working on the second. But now, oh, that so much damage onto Mr. Krabs, and now it's just down to Bobrito and Tygoon. Your back connection, are you able to defend? Tygoon is so healthy. Here comes Jordan and Red Strike. They made it back in time. Nexus is going to survive with 1,000 HP, and Tygoon is on the run. He gets smited, he gets slowed, and that should be the shutdown getting picked up here by Jordan. But here comes Silas. Silas has the Graves ultimate. He's trying to make a hero play here, but he's going to get caught out, and he's going to fall. Can he pick up one? He dashes away from Miklo. Miklo does get the ultimate to delay him, but the healing is so much. You cannot kill this guy by yourself. TP coming in from Mad Chef. And now LRE in danger. I don't think you guys are going to be able to get this dragon. Uh-oh. Your game freeze?
Yes.
Okay. At least we both froze. 2:28:54?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh wait, no. Mine's playing. Mine's playing.
Mine is not. Can you pause it?
Yeah, of course. And
Come on. I might need to reload.
yeah, that works.
Yeah, let me reload the game real quick. Alright, sorry everybody. We'll be right. Uh-oh. Okay. Well. Okay, I need you to share your screen, I think.
Yeah, I can show the screen.
How do I get this to target?
There's one. Can you take a look at my stream? Am I showing the game?
Hold on, let me find you.
I don't know if I'm streaming correctly. I have infinite tabs open.
All right, your stream is up. Let's see if I can get it to actually read the capture specific window. Hmm. Interesting. Applicant. Oh, nope. I need a screen capture, video capture device, window capture. Okay, and now Discord. Okay. Alright, things are gonna be a little bit scuffed here, everybody, but it is what we gotta do. The game has crashed, sadly, for me, and I can't pull it back up. Oh, okay, pull your stream back up.
Sorry about that. Can you see it okay?
Yep, I believe the stream can see it too. Alright, you're good to start it. They might not hear audio, but here we are. Alright. Oh, can you hide the pause thing?
The pause thing.
Yeah, there should be a way to hide that that interface.
This?
Yeah,
Maybe?
there you go. Now hit
Cool.
P. Now hit P. There we
Cool.
go. All right.
There we go. We're back in business. Sorry for the interruptions, everyone. But yeah. Is there any specific way I'm supposed to direct the camera?
It will auto direct. So click the thing where it says click that.
Yeah.
And then do direct to camera.
Cool. There we go.
All right, and then hit Control Shift Z and just zoom out a little bit.
Control Shift Z, zoom.
No, too far.
Too far.
Right there. Perfect.
Oh, there we go.
All right, Dragon's gonna get started up here by FFZ. That's gonna be the sole claims. So let's see what happens here. It looks like we're at the breaking point here. I mean, FFZ up 8,000 gold. These team fights haven't been going well for LRE. So we're going to see if they turn it around at the Baron fight. It looks like that's where the final fight may just fall out. The Ash Ultimate's going to go out. It's going to get the Gragas CC'd, and now Gragas is in trouble. Gragas is about to fall, or Mr. Krabs is trying to keep him alive, but Matchup is here to complete the kill. So that's going to be 1 for none. It's a 4v5 with the base on the line for LRE. Let's see if Just Relish can start this fight up, or if Mr. Krabs can save the day with how fed he is. The Silas Gragas is going to go out, and Jarvan's going to go forward and get some CC. Tygoon is now in trouble, stuck in the pit, but Jarvan falls too fast. And now Jordan's going to get chased away by the Kindred. And that is going to be LRE falling. That's going to be the first game of the series going to FFZ, and I can't believe my game crashed at literally the last 2 minutes. All right. Congratulations. Very first round victory there. All right, let me delete this now. How do I delete this? Move. All right.
Very clean win indeed. Yeah.
Yeah, congratulations. That's first game of the series going to FFZ, and we're going to get things ready for game number 2. So we'll be back with you guys shortly. So don't go anywhere and get ready, because LRE needs support from their fans to turn this around. And I know they're out there, so you guys better be cheering. All right, we'll be back.
To break their spine and reclaim what once was mine.
right, everybody, we're here for the second draft of the series between FFZ and LRE. Let's see what they can do, and let's see if LRE can bounce back. I'm also joined by Prabu, wherever he is. Hopefully he's here.
Hello, hello. I am here. I am here. Looks like they're sticking to the same bands for both sides, I believe.
Yeah. I'm actually surprised that FFZ is banning Ziggs here. Aren't they the Ziggs team? What's going on?
Yeah, it's kind of weird. But I guess hey, like, first game worked fine, so don't change anything, you know. Oriana banned on LRE side this time.
Yeah, they're going to have a little slight change. They opted to not ban the Caitlyn, and FFZ is going to take that opportunity and snatch it right up for Tygoon.
Really strong champ, strong prio in the bot lane. Seems like he's really comfortable on that pick too, so we'll see how LRE drafts into this.
Yeah. Let's see what they have to answer. The Maokai going to get picked up. I believe that is a Jordan Maokai. Typically, she is the one who plays it. So let's see what FFC has in the chamber. We saw Vapta pull out the Trundle against the Maokai last time to some decent success. It wasn't the greatest early game, but they were able to turn it around and make it work. So we'll have to see what Vapta has in the chamber this time against the Maokai.
Definitely, yeah.
And Zyra going to be the support pickup for LRE. Not something that we see too often, but it can definitely dissuade the Caitlyn to step up and auto attack. I'm curious what they're going to pair with the Caitlyn this game.
Yeah, me too. I was thinking that exact same thing.
Yeah, we have seen the Nami pairing. The Morgana is the most standard pairing. It's not the greatest though into a a Zyra.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Not familiar with that support matchup, but I mean, Caitlyn Morgana is a pretty standard bot lane duo.
Yeah.
Seems pretty strong. The binding, like the person's gonna get close to one shot, and there's the Trundle hover.
Yeah,
Maokai,
the Trundle is gonna get locked up.
Yeah, Trundle's been really, really strong as of late. I think they buffed him in the last patch or the patch before. And I mean, he's always been pretty strong. But now that with the turret changes, the turret gold changes, and then the recent buffs, he's been popping back into the meta, which has been really, really cool.
Yeah, and some info on that Zyra Morgana bot lane. It is definitely Zyra favored. She has the damage to get rid of the box shield, so it's hard to keep people safe. And she can always spawn a plant right in front of her if the Morgana keeps coming, if she's quick enough. So it's going to be really down to Red Strike to see how fast he can react to the Morgana bindings. And if he's able to stop those, then they're in a pretty decent position. But one Morgana binding or two is basically the end of the lane for whoever it hits.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay, that makes a lot of sense actually.
Yeah.
It looks like LRE's picking Xerath on the third. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about the pick. What do you think?
Xerath, I mean, he's a pretty powerful blind pick. He's super safe. He has a lot of range in the mid lane. It's kind of hard to abuse him. It might be a little bit of a struggle because you already see their jungler, and Trundle is pretty good at starting fights from quite a distance away. His pillar has some decent range to it. But overall, Xerath has been a pretty blind pickable champion for a lot of teams just because of what he provides and the range that he can do so. But that is going to be a lot of AP on LRE's side. That is 3 AP champions, assuming even if Maokai goes to tank build, he either goes tank or he goes to AP build. So still a lot of AP damage there. So they're going to have some pretty powerful picks on the top side and a powerful AD carry that's going to be able to kind of be the solo AD threat.
For sure, yeah. I'd like to see maybe like a Varus or I don't know if Jinx is good here, but
I love Varus, but Varus's damage profile is definitely more on like a mixture. So if you do that, then it's really making it easy for the FFZ to build a lot of MR.
Oh.
We do have a Twitch locked in. That is something that Your Bad Connection is known for playing. It's either Kog'Maw or Twitch. Those hyper scaling AD carries. Obviously, you can't go Kog'Maw here. Too much AP. Twitch is the answer for them. He doesn't have the best pairing in the world with Zyra, but If Twitch can get a lead or stay equal in gold, he can do some work with his ultimate.
I'm really curious to see what they're gonna pick on the top side for FFZ. I'm gonna need some lockdown somewhere.
Yeah, we have the Nico, looks like, in the mid lane. So Xerath is definitely going to have the range advantage, but if Nico can get the root on top of him or the Pop Blossom with the Trundle pairing, it's going to make it some easy kills for them. Oh, hello. Uh-oh. Hello? Sorry, my stream, or the internet kind of went wonk.
Oh no, you're totally good.
Once again,
Yeah.
the Renekton blind pick.
Yeah, it's honestly for them. It seems like drafts are pretty easy if you have your topsider just picking a champ they're always comfortable on blind. Like they don't really have to worry about like counter pick or anything like that, which I think is like usually pretty important in drafts for top lane.
Yeah.
And it seems like it's a really big strength for the team. So
Yeah,
yeah,
Michello had the counter pick option. He went with the Gragas, which I guess isn't a counter pick. That or Matchup just played it super well. But this time he's going to opt for the Pantheon, something that is definitely, I think, better than the Gragas. He has a lot more early potential, a lot more early threat, and Renekton wants to go forward, right? Pantheon stops that way better than the Gragas because he stops it and then hurts you in return.
for sure. Yeah, and the trades will be a lot easier for him hopefully early game. Since Pantheon does a ridiculous amount of damage with those Q poke.
So yeah, we're gonna have to see what Michello can do. Because I felt like a lot of that game, like his Orianna was fed, but the Renekton just became such a huge problem that Orianna wasn't able to deal with it, along with the Kindred as well. They don't have Kindred, but they also don't have Orianna this game. It's gonna be the Xerath, so we're gonna have to see how Mad Chef can navigate this lane, and if he can come back out on top, things will look a little rough here because he's gonna become a huge threat like he was in game 1.
For sure.
Sharpening my feathers. Impure fools.
Oh, I need a...
Let me get in there.
There we go. All right, now that we see both teams in their fullity, who are you going to give the advantage to?
Okay, so I think both teams have some advantages. Honestly, I think for FFZ, I really actually like the mid jungle picks. I think it's super strong into like Maokai Xerath, not as much damage on their side. Also, Xerath being immobile, like Trundle Pillar walks into lane, uses the pillar. Nico gets an easy stun. It's like almost a free flash every time. So I need to see them like make sure they use that type of prio to like push advantages. And then on LRE side, I want to see their mid laner, Mr. Krabs, like be cognizant of the fact that like you're in a mobile mage, don't get caught, but just farm safely. And then for team fights, it's interesting because I think LRE's team actually like outranges FFZ's comp in a sense.
Yeah.
Like Ultimate, Xerath Ultimate, they have Maokai R if FFZ's comp wants to try to get on them. And like you mentioned earlier, right, Pantheon stun like can literally just stop somebody in their tracks, whether it's Nico or Renekton. And Zyra are as well. So it seems like it's like an engaged team fight comp for FFZ versus like a disengaged poke comp for LRE. So I think overall LRE is kind of favored. But individually, I think FFZ has like stronger lanes and like stronger like mid jungle picks.
Yeah, I do agree there. I think FFC's laners are gonna be quite the issue to deal with this game. Especially with the Caitlyn Morgana. Like yes, Zyra kind of counters them, but Twitch doesn't get that extended range over Caitlyn until he hits level 6. And if Caitlyn Morgana can somehow brew a lead in their favor, it's going to be really hard for Twitch to do anything because Twitch takes a little bit to come online. LRE's comp is probably, like both comps are pretty easy to navigate. Like FFC just wants to go forward and start the fights up, but LRE has so much disengaged. So it is going to come down to, once again, execution, and FFZ had the execution in game number 1, so we're going to have to see if LRE is going to be able to adapt, because their comps, the LRE's comp is strong, but if FFZ can get a lead in lane, it doesn't matter how strong your comp is, you'll just fall too far behind, especially against the siege power of Caitlyn, the engage power of Nico, Trundle. Things can become very dangerous if the gold is in FFZ's favor. What's up?
Um, they might have messed the draft a little bit because apparently I'm playing Zyra right now for support.
Oh, interesting. No.
My apologies. We're gonna have to quickly reselect all our champions. Honestly, I wasn't looking down, so I think somebody started the queue, and I was just focused on the draft and like talking about it. So I didn't see until I see like this giant like glowing client saying, "Lock in your champion. You have 60 seconds left."
All right, we're gonna have to go back to the draft once again. Uh-oh. No, we're not art yet. Yeah.
We should be fine. We should be fine. I think the low draft is there. They just have to lock in their champions really quickly over time. Shouldn't take a minute or two. Um, but my apologies. You know, like honestly, worst case, I'm a pretty decent Zyra player. I don't know if anyone knows. You play Zyra here and there in the jungle. It's probably the same thing for support. So I could have held my own. I'm pretty sure. Um,
Sharpening my
but yeah, glad Red Strike is back in there with this team. Um, we'll sweating bullets for a second.
Yeah. All right. Well, while we go through draft, once again, we are going to send it off to a break while we get things ready for the Rift. So don't go anywhere, and we'll be back with you guys in probably 5 minutes. So be prepared, and let's see if FFZ can make the dream continue or if LRE can strike back.
and alone. I feel the rain crashing down all around this empty town. I'm searching for the lost and found, but you don't care, you're unaware. Keep moving like the scars aren't even there. It's in the air like a blazing flare. Don't stare 'cause the flames will burn us. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. I used to kiss your head when you cried for me. Hold your hand while the pain was over. Keep you warm by the roaring sea. You meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. My darling dear, you're never here. When I'm in pain, you hide and disappear. Like shadows in the atmosphere, charting the stratosphere. Yeah. I prayed for you and kept you near in hopes you'd chase away my.
All right, everybody, we are loaded onto the Rift for game number 2 between LRE and FFZ. I am joined by Prabu. Prabu, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, wait. Uh-oh. Hold on. Having some
I
technical.
messed mine up a little bit too.
I'm having some technical issues. Hold on.
No worries, no worries.
There we go. Can everyone see everything? Okay. Are you ready?
Give me like 3 seconds. Cool, I'm ready.
All right. 3, 2, 1, 11, 12, 13.
Yeah, should be good.
All right, let's see what the teams are cooking. We got some pings on the top side for potential invade by FFZ, and already LRE in position to get a counter invade here. So we might see some level 1 action early on. Oh no, the mid DC'd again.
30 seconds until
Unfortunate.
The game will be frozen for a little bit because it has to catch back up.
Yes, sir. Really hope they're careful here, though. The stack looks kind of deadly.
That it does, and also they don't have the Nico here, so
Did you choose Star Someone or something?
things can definitely be dangerous for FFZ. I feel like you guys don't do this because you don't have Nico with you.
Yeah. Even if Nico's with you, it's... Actually, no, it's probably fine if Nico's there, actually. Morgana's coming, Trundle's there, Renekton's there. Yeah, they do have stronger early, I guess. I get scared of Pantheon sometimes, though, you know? And I think LRE's team is the type of comp you don't want to feed early kills to.
Yeah.
So...
No.
Both junglers once again starting on the top side. So looks like we're gonna have a little bit of a mirror, but this time Bapto gets a leash and Jordan doesn't, so
Here's something that won't wash off.
love to see what they are capable of. Did your back connection start W?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, interesting.
Ooh.
Dutch Relish and Tycoon did get the level 2 advantage here. But LRE should be quick to follow. The minion has just died, but they were out of range of the XP, so they'll have to wait for one more.
Nico got a really good word on the Raptor. Okay. So now they know that Maokai's headed towards his blue side.
Yeah. I mean, look at the damage. That's one binding hit. He might fall here. He's going to have to use the splash. The ignite went down. That's going to be Red Strike drop just below 100 HP. And that was almost dangerous for the side of LRE.
You should probably put in a super fan.
The real question is, which jungler is going to get to the bot lane first?
Because then it's really cool if they're
Looks like Trundle is a little bit ahead on his clear. Oh my god, I apologize. Some people are just buttholes with their vehicles. And that's going to be first blood for Tygoon. A nice EQ there, but Jordan goes in onto Just Relish. Just Relish needs to be careful, but your back connection gets stuck in a trap. Flash forward by Tygoon. They're trying to complete this kill. That's going to be a flash forward by Vaporto. Another kill picked up. 2 for none, and now Jordan is in trouble and gets sniped by the Tygoon Q, and that's going to be a 3 for none already at 3 minutes.
Wow, I actually thought... So that was actually really interesting. So Jordan actually did that pretty well in the beginning, I think. Giving her Gomp and going straight to bot lane. Because you see how aggressive Caitlyn is playing. Usually, like, you want to get there first. But FFZ's bot lane played that really well. They warded it ahead of time, so they knew Maokai was going to come. As you should if you're over pushing in the lane. They were able to run pretty well with that early kill on Red Strike 99. Yeah, it was just cleanly executed, I guess.
Yeah, very well played there by FFZ. And it was looking a little dangerous there. I felt like Jashosh was a little bit too far extended, but he was able to survive just long enough. And it was a great snipe by Tygoon to get that first blood and honestly give them the advantage in the gank.
For sure, for sure. Oh, that early sheen on Trundle must feel so good. Man, oh man.
Yeah, definitely a much better start than the first Trundle game that we saw Vaporto have against, I believe, you guys.
Yeah, that game was very interesting. I think they drafted the Trundle very well into like Kalista and Maokai. It's like a really good pick. I don't remember what happened early, to be honest. But Trundle scaled really well, I think. So regardless, as long as he can get a bit of farm, get his first 2 items, he's gonna be really strong and a big threat. Definitely something you can't ignore in team fights.
Got some great side steps coming out from LRE. Morgana, I think, basically only hit 1 or 2 bindings in the first 6 minutes of the game. But Matchef able to actually absorb the pressure from Pantheon lane pretty well. He's staying equal in farm, doing some equal trades. Looks like we have a potential lane gank here by Vaporto. He's going to get spotted out by the sword, though, if he steps up and they don't clear this. They know it's there. Red Strike is going to step up, and he's going to get caught out by Vaporto. Vaporto's going to get down some damage. That's going to be another kill picked up for Tygoon. The pillar does slow your back connection, and he's going to step right into the trap. Double kill for the Caitlyn, and things are looking rough. If Caitlyn gets any more fed than she already is, there won't be late game team fights for the side of LRE.
Really smart game choice. You burned all the sums bot lane. Coming in for a repeat gank makes the most sense. There are no flashes, no escapes. Really sad that ward didn't pick up Trundle though for the side of LRE. Kind of unfortunate, honestly.
Yeah, it was some very tight pathing that that Vaprito had there. I think the ward was just a little bit too far back to actually see him walk into the cove since he hugged the wall. And
Yeah.
and that's just like you got to make sure that the ward in your brush is at least a middle so it can see both sides.
For sure. For sure. Seems like Renekton's doing totally fine in the top lane too. I mean, Pantheon's a bully lane, but he's just kind of farming, chilling.
Yeah.
Oh.
Got some decent damage there. Matchup could be in a little bit of danger now. Vaprito's going to start a fight onto Jordan. Jordan was trying to get some gold back for her team. And here comes the Pantheon, though. Can they sustain the damage? Vaprito gets pushed away. The Xerath ulti is coming in. He gets hit by 3, and he's going to get dropped super low. Matchup drops his ultimate and tries to get some damage in, but Pantheon's going to flash the wall. So now Matchup can only look for Jordan while the fight happens mid lane. A Pop Blossom doesn't get triggered, though. So it's going to be a 2-for-1, and that's going to be 2 kills on the Pantheon. Someone that, not the best angle, but if he can get more of a lead, he can work on keeping the Caitlyn out of the fights.
Yeah, this is really, really good for LRE. I think they needed some type of advantage somewhere, so now they do have a small lead in a lane. Pantheon's going to be a real bully now. We'll see how well Matchup can handle it.
Yeah, luckily Matchup did pick up a kill on his own, so he's not too far behind in the gold. Red Strike gonna get kind of pushed away here by just Relish, so that Vaprito, or so that Tygoon can have his alone time with the Twitch.
Really good job by FFZ, focusing on objectives with the leads that you have, going for the dragon, going for the herald.
Yeah, they are definitely keeping a lot of tempo in their favor. The next dragon spawns in 3 minutes, so this won't be like the earliest soul point game, just because they got the first dragon so late. But now we got Tygoon landing another trap onto Red Strike because he walked up for the root. So that's some good damage there. And Tygoon does have the ultimate, so if both these targets get low, that's going to be a guaranteed kill for Tygoon. They just got to whittle them down a little bit more. Maokai, honestly, isn't really even a threat for them at this point because Just Relis has the spell shield to negate the Maokai ultimate.
On top of that, they have a really good vision on Maokai's blue side jungle. You'll see the gank.
Yeah, some great damage there, but now the Nico has found Mr. Krabs in the jungle, trying to get down some of his damage, and that's going to bring both mid laners down to a 3rd HP. Just look at that damage. Matchup has the level advantage, but it's just so much.
Yeah, he has that serrated dirt. That item's kind of unfair.
Yeah, it's the most OP AD item in the game right now for stats. Matchup's going to start a fight of his own. He does pop the ultimate, and he's going to get the solo kill onto the Pantheon, but the Xerath ulti is going to secure a kill in the mid lane, but Jordan could be in trouble. She gets pillared, she gets rooted, but she's going to have to flash the root actually, but now she doesn't have a flash. Just Welch is going to chase forward with the root of his own, and he does pick up a kill for his team. So that's going to be a 2-for-1 across the map in favor of FFZ, and now they're going to get some pressure here on the mid tower. Ooh, Tygoon going to get dropped super low in some dangerous territory. TP going bot lane for the Nico to cover that lane.
Yeah, really good game being played by Mr. Krabs, actually. Yeah, I haven't seen him really have to burn too much. He's been dishing out a lot of damage, setting up picks and getting picks with his ulti. Been a pretty chill Xerath game so far.
Yeah, if we take a look at the gold, Xerath is a 200 gold lead right now. Renekton actually has a 300 gold lead for himself, 700 gold lead in the jungle for Vaprito, and a disgusting 2,000 gold lead for the Caitlyn in the bot lane. So LRE is down 3,000 gold. Where do you want to see their focus to try to close the gold lead so they don't have another repeat of game 1?
I was gonna say something, but I lost my thought because Trundle's walking into that bottom bush again, but this time it's warded. Um, I think you have two global abilities, right? You have Pantheon ulti, you have Xerath ulti. It would be cool to see something happen with that on bot side of the map, because Caitlyn's always gonna be aggressively pushing, right? She's gonna be over pushed.
Yeah.
Maybe their team can do something, right? I know they're behind, but if they get numbers advantage, it is possible to like get some gold bounties, get like that 450 gold bounty on Caitlyn. They have the damage with Pantheon, so it'd be cool to see something like that, right? Like on the next Pantheon back, maybe he could just walk bot lane and ult it.
Yeah, and Pantheon does have teleport, so him walking down to anywhere that's not top isn't detrimental. He's going to be able to get back quite quickly.
Yeah, I agree. Outside of that, I would like to see the Maokai maybe do something with the Maokai ulti. That'd be kind of cool. I feel like...
Yeah, we haven't seen a lot presence from Jordan this game, other than like trying to contest some jungle camps here and there, and that one gank in the bot lane. But now Red Strike could be in danger. He's going to get dropped, and he's going to get popped by Just Relish's Ignite. That means Tygoon still has ace in the hole. Just Relish is dodging as many things as he can, but here comes the Maokai ulti finally coming in, but it's not going to be enough. Flash forward by Tygoon to try to get your back connection, but your back connection is going to flash the damage. But he's going to walk just a little bit too close to the Caitlyn, and he's going to get dropped down to about 10 HP. And that should be the first tower of the game falling to the Caitlyn. Oh, here comes the Pantheon. Pantheon's going forward, and now Caitlyn could be falling. They did not manage to secure that tower, but Pop Blossom in the mid lane. 1v1 for the Nico versus Xerath, but Xerath's just going to be walking away. But no first tower has been taken yet.
Really good though. They got the bounty on the Caitlyn. I think that was a really good play. They were able to salvage a little bit off of a lost bot lane fight. I think it's pretty good. Better than nothing at least.
And finally we see Pantheon making use of that ultimate, picking up a kill for himself, a shutdown nonetheless.
Definitely. I want to see... They basically have to escort Pantheon around the map and just have him kill everybody. That's basically what I want to see. Maokai, please. Basically, Maokai has to be Yumi duty on Pantheon. Just like, literally stay next to him and help him kill everyone. Yeah. Oh, except FFZ.
Yeah, looks like we have a potential dive here on the top side. Just Relish misses the root, but that's not going to stop them from diving, and that's going to be Tygoon getting the revenge kill. But here comes the Xerath ultimate. He hits one and gets the shutdown with the burn. And now, oh, it looks like it got stopped by Vopta. Vopta's going to get rooted up by Maokai, but nothing much is going to happen of it. But here comes Nico getting a lot of damage on Red Strike, but it's not enough to turn a kill. And now Twitch can pick up a kill of his own. The ticking is happening. The burn is happening. Will he fall to the poison? And he does, but first tower claimed by FFZ while that was happening. Oh, they might get a tier 2.
Get a tier 2, that's really bad. Oh,
Yeah.
they have Trundle, which is mean.
Yeah, ooh, but Just Relish going to get shoved under the tower, and now Vaporto is tanking for their support, but it wasn't enough. Jordan going to get dropped super low, but Pantheon is alive. His Grand Star, what is it, Grand Starfall? What is it called?
Yeah,
Grand
I think
Star,
so. Yeah, they have to run. That was really unfortunate. I think the Morgana was trying to tank it and then spell shield herself, but I couldn't tell if she didn't use it or if it got like instant popped by someone.
I think it was instant popped by the Maokai, because the Maokai did a lot. I think the Maokai ult popped it, and the Maokai W'd and Q'd as well to knock her back into the tower.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, that might have been it. Yeah, I couldn't see it, but yeah, kind of unfortunate. If they got that second tower, I feel like that would have been a lot of gold on their team, because the second tower gold got buffed recently too, right? Like, I don't know how much it gives, but it's a ridiculous amount.
Yeah, it got, but it gives the same amount of gold, I believe. It just gives more to the local group, and then the global group gets less.
Oh, I see. Okay. Well, I mean, hey, more gold for your Trundle and Caitlyn doesn't sound too bad, but seems okay. They kind of walked away, which was good. But yeah, LRE is slowly coming back into this. I think their carries are picking up kills, which is really, really important. Like, Pantheon's getting strong. This Xerath is 203, like, he's picking up some assists and kills. And Twitch got a lucky kill on the Nico bot lane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's definitely some angles for LRE this game. It is not like done and in the grave like game number 1 was. And now we have Pantheon going forward onto Just Relish, picking up a kill right before this dragon spawns. So that's pretty huge. And Tygoon could be in trouble. He's going to take a lot of damage. He has to dodge as many skill shots as he can, but he cannot dodge enough. And he's going to fall to Jordan. Nico is split pushing top, so that should be a tier 2 in the top side going down. And now it's just down to Trundle and Renekton. They should honestly just give this. It's not the end-all, be-all dragon.
Yeah, I think it would have been better if one of them was topside or something like that, but...
Yeah, Pantheon going to drop the ultimate topside. Nico's going to do the Pop Blossom, gets the stun and the knockup and the root. Will she be fast enough to get away, though? Pantheon is on the chase. He gets 1 Q, he gets the W, and that's going to be Nico falling to Pantheon. But now we have Just Relish here trying to steal it. Is not going to be able to, and that's going to be Smite from Jordan. First dragon for LRE claimed.
That's going to be really, really huge for the team. 5 minutes of stalling power for
Oh,
Soul.
look at that damage. I think Just Relish just might die to the Q. And he does. That's going to be a Mr. Krabs kill with the assist from Red Strike. Things are starting to look up for LRE.
Definitely, yeah.
Oh, but now Pantheon could be in a little bit of a precarious situation. Matchup TP's in, and they are right on top of him. He's not going to be able to get away. Kill picked up for Vapordo. And that is going to be 30 seconds before the Baron. So maybe this is a window that FFZ needs to kind of grow their gold lead back from like the struggles that they're having in this mid game. Herald's going to get dropped in the mid lane, so they're trying to crack open the last outer tower while Tygoon goes forward, but he's going to get caught out by your back connection and the Zyra ultimate, and he's going to fall. Now Just Relish is going to fall as well. That's going to be a double kill for the Twitch, and Vaporto is in a bad situation to secure that kill. And now it is a 2v4, and Nico, you might have overstepped just a little bit. You hex detect forward, use the hourglass. You might just fall. Flash forward to try to get down some damage, but it's not going to be enough to complete the kill on Zyra. And now it's just Mad Chef versus the world, and he will fall. And that is going to be an ace and a lot of gold going into LRE's pockets.
Yeah, that is not the fight you want to see from FFZ. Very unfortunate. It seems like they're finally getting punished for pushing really hard with Caitlyn, I think. They also kind of went in 1 by 1, which is kind of unlucky.
Yeah, and a lot of kills going into your bad connections pockets. I think he got a double kill there. So he's starting to stabilize.
I think it's looking a little unplayable for FFZ, actually. I don't know how the Caitlyn and the Morgana are going to play team fights going forward. I think there's just too much disgusting long-range stuff coming at them. Now that the Xerath and the Twitch actually have gold and actually have items, like, there isn't much they can do unless, like, maybe like Nico one-shots them.
Yeah, right here, your back connection is going to open up onto Tygoon, and Tygoon is just going to fall. The poison is ticking. He does get a little bit of a heal, but the Qs are coming in, and the poison is going to complete it thanks to Mr. Krabs' ultimate.
Yep. Very unplayable. Oof.
Yeah, you got to respect the Twitch invisibility. You cannot be up anywhere away from the tower alone. Let's see if Nico can do some work. She gets the root, she gets the triple Q. That's going to be half of Mr. Krabs' HP. Baron is up, so and Twitch is in the bot lane. So once they spot him down here, this could be an angle for FFZ to kind of turn some things around. The gold has finally been equalized by LRE, so no more advantage for your team. Matchup's gonna walk right into the Pantheon. He's gonna pop the ultimate of his own and just walk away. So that's a pretty big cooldown to use for a fight that you don't care about.
Everyone's resetting on LRE's team for the Drake. Good timers.
Yeah, Twitch has his second item in the Hurricane, so his ultimate is going to become even more powerful, even harder to deal with, and it is going to be up for this dragon. So LRE either needs to play for a pick here while they have the advantage here around the Dragon Pit, or they should honestly maybe look to force a fight at Baron and make a trade.
Oh!
We got a nice root there by Just Relish, but they're not going to be able to turn it into anything because Vaporto got rooted himself. Oh, and here comes the Maokai ultimate. It's going to get dropped. A flash forward by Jordan to try to get something onto Tygoon, but she might have went a little bit too deep. Actually, scratch that. The damage from your back connection is enough to carry the fight, and now Vaporto's left alone with the Pantheon. Pantheon uses the flash to get away, and these team fights are looking unwinnable. If it was that bad at an even gold state.
Yeah. Long range. Can't do anything against it with that type of team.
Yeah, they are going to need a lot to go in their favor if they want to turn this back around.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think, like, I'm pretty sure LRE's team just kind of, like, outskills them, and they kind of, FFZ kind of need to, like, to transition their early lead into, like, a quick win. But LRE's mid laner is, like, playing really, really consistently and really well, I think. Like, he hasn't really given up anything in his lane, and he's been always trying to, like, deal a lot of damage with his ulti, right? Use his abilities, never get caught.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be like a major struggle point. Like it's going to be really hard to see how they're going to shut down the Zerath. And then on top of that, you have to deal with this pesky Twitch, this pesky Pantheon ult. It's just a little bit too much, you know? Good bind.
Yeah, Tygoon's gonna just get opened up here on by your back connection, and it's just like as soon as the fight starts, they just die. And that's gonna be the bot lane for FFZ falling, and that is gonna be the Baron picked up for LRE unless Tygoon can do a miracle steal, or sorry, Vaporto can do a miracle steal, but it doesn't look like he's even moving. Nico TP'd in the backside, so they're gonna try maybe a 3v5. They have to know that this game is in dire need of something to go their way. Vaporto's going to get engaged on here by Pantheon. Pantheon's trying to do as much work as he can. Nico pops the Hourglass just a little bit too soon, so the Pop Blossom's going to hit no one, and she is going to fall, but she picks up one in return at the bare minimum. And that is going to be Baron picked up 4,000 gold lead here for LRE, and they are in a great position to bring this to a game number 3.
That's Mira. Is the problem. She has to kill.
All right, do you see any hope here for FFC other than like a
Um,
miraculous pick?
I'm not gonna lie to you. Absolutely not, I think. Because, I don't know, like in my mind, their strongest player is the Caitlyn right now, like gold-wise. But I have no idea who she's gonna be auto-attacking in any type of fight. because it's like Maokai isn't really gonna be like close to you. Maybe he goes for a root, but he's not gonna be super close to you, right? He's gonna be like passing his ulti. Pantheon will be on you, but like I don't know how long you're gonna be auto attacking at Pantheon. He's just gonna one shot you, and then everybody else is just like super long range.
Yeah.
Um, I feel like they're not really fighting really. Like it's literally just Twitch Xerath kind of just like picking you off over and over again. Like they haven't had a team fight or anything in
Yeah,
like
but now they're
a
so
while.
fed that these team fights surely don't go their way, even if they don't get caught out.
Yeah,
I mean, if we
I
take a
think
look at
that's
the
yeah.
golds, I mean, the
That's
bot lane is equal in gold, but mid lane has a 2,000 gold lead. Jungle has a 300 gold lead. Top has a 1,500 gold lead. Like, there is a lot of gaps in the gold right now.
Yeah, I'd maybe like to see maybe like Nico maybe hit some like crazy ulti. Maybe that could change it.
Yes.
I think that's the one piece of the puzzle that would be pretty cool, like a Nico ulti into a Morgana ulti or something like that. Because they do have the damage to back it up. I think it's just like it's really hard to lock down people like Twitch and Pantheon where they're so kind of like elusive, slippery. They have like invulnerability with the Pantheon, like that sort of stuff is gonna be hard to stop. I don't know. LRE is doing a good job right now with like keeping Baron tempo, pushing out waves, taking that mid tower, resetting for Drake. I think they're doing all the good macro calls. Oh, FFZ going for a little bush strat. Hey, I like this. I like this. Yeah.
Yeah, this is honestly what they need. As long as they don't get spotted out here. Jordan is walking up. They're going to spot her. And now Jordan could be in a little bit of trouble. Gets caught out, but drops the ultimate just in time. And that is a lot of damage coming out from Red Strike. And here comes the Xerath ultimate, but Matchup is here to stop it. And he actually does. So now Matchup in there alone, trying to get down as much damage as he can, but he is going to fall. That is going to be a 1 for none so far, but they are low and they are in danger. Bopto's going forward, trying to pick up a kill on the Jordan. Jordan doesn't die, and Twitch picks up a kill on to the Morgana, but Caitlyn was able to secure a return. But now Pantheon at full HP. He wasn't there to begin it, but he is here to end it. And this could be a lot of damage being done to their base. They're going to get the Dragon bare minimum. Teleport is up for the Pantheon if he so desired to go for anything deeper. But it's just going to be the Dragon, and what looked like a best case scenario there for FFZ turned out not to be so good.
Man, I love that Xerath champion. It's
I mean,
so great.
Matchup got back there and stopped it, but I think Xerath was able to get most of his ult shots off before he could.
Yeah, it's that plus it's just also like I don't know, just having like a global ulti that just kind of like shoots you down from the sky. Like that's kind of cool, you know? Like I feel like throughout this whole game, like setting up Pantheon early for kills because you have that ulti pressure, and just being able to like follow up with any type of like play that's happening on the map has been like super strong. I think that's what's kind of like enabling Twitch to get all these kills as well and setting up all these picks. Because you can always rely on.
Oh no, solo kill for the Pantheon. Matchup, you're not as fed as you were last game, and now they're going to start a 4v5. Pantheon has the ultimate, so he can get here in time. Tygoon is trying to stay away from as many people as he can. Bopto flashes out while Pantheon does the Skyfall into the backline. Now Bopto is in danger. Twitch is getting damage done. He gets away from the Nico. That's going to be a double kill, and that's going to be the ace, and that is going to be the game for LRE. We're going to another game 3 of the Gauntlet.
Ooh, what a series!
Very well played there by LRE. They were able to adapt and they were able to overcome. They got what they needed. They played their comp well, and now they just need to look for a repeat to take down FFZ. Oh, hello. All right. Well, we're going to send it off to a break while we get things ready for the final game between LRE and FFZ. So don't go anywhere.
No point in blaming you, you did not know. Oh. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I give you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, I'm gonna do this on my own. No point in blaming you, you did not know. Oh, I'm gonna do this on my own. No point in blaming you, you did not know. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I give you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me.
Back from the dead.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're all invited to go fucking mental on this motherfucking drop. The countdown has just begun. Are you ready? Let's go, 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 go.
Now we're back from the dead. We're back from the dead.
Hell yeah.
We're back from the dead.
Are you ready? Let's go, 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 go.
Back from the dead.
All right, here we are. Final game for LRE versus FFZ. Let's see who is going to be able to come out on top and who is going to pull this victory. FFZ has chosen red side for the final game, and that was the side they won on in the first. I'm also joined by Prabu. Sorry.
You're good. You're good. I'm enjoying the show. You know.
Looks like we got some interesting bands coming out from both sides. Zerathai is finally back. FFZ is once again reformed. We got Tygoon in the support, Vaprto in the jungle, and Just Relish in the mid with Mad Chef topside. And LRE is going to do those respect bands that everybody knows Zerathai for playing. The Senna and the Ziggs, no more. They're gone. But the Zerath is gone for Mr. Krabs.
Holy shit.
And once again, the Maokai first pick for LRE. Not the greatest success in the game that they picked it last time, or in last game, but it did finally start to find its footing, and Jordan was able to do enough work with it to make it worthwhile. So we're going to have to see if they can do it once again. Prabu?
Ooh. You're about to ask me something?
No, I was just making sure you're there.
Oh yeah, no, I'm here. I was thinking about what FFZ wanted to pick for a second.
Yeah, we do got the Ash pick. Was used to great success on Tygoon. So let's see if Zerathai can repeat the success they saw, or is that going to be an Ash support? Potential. We're gonna have to see. But there is the Lee Sin, one of Vaprto's best known in BTL. He has the mechanics, he has the plays, but will he have the victory today?
Lee Sin, wow, that's such an interesting pick, huh?
Yeah, there's a lot he can do, but I feel like into Maokai, it is a little bit of a disrespect pick. I feel like Maokai has a lot of ways to stop Lee Sin.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
But we're gonna have to see what he can do.
Ooh.
Oh, Caitlyn Zyra picked up for LRE. They must have liked the Zyra pick last game. Caitlyn is pretty suppressive, especially against Ashe. So, like, Ashe has decent range, but Caitlyn has 50 more. So, they are going to have a little bit of a range advantage there, and they're going to have a lot of harass built in with the Zyra. And if that is a Nautilus locked in, things are going to be looking a little rough for FFC in the early game for bot side. And it looks like it will be locked in. So the real question is, what does FFC need to do to round out this comp? Because I feel like they're already kind of at a disadvantage in the jungle. Like, Lee Sin will win the 1v1, but when it comes to team fights, Maokai has so many ways to stop him. The bot lane is heavily in LRE's favor unless Tygoon can hit some miracle hooks. So what are you thinking is going to happen? What do they need?
Just looking at it, like, FFZ, I wouldn't even want to play the team fight unless I had like a crazy lead or something. I feel like just the Zyra ulti and Maokai ulti alone are going to be kind of like really annoying to play into. I feel like they have a really good pick comp though, so maybe they can round that out, or also maybe think about like some type of like, not split push per se, but like a 1-3-1 comp where you have like 2 strong side laners maybe. I'm thinking like TF type of situation maybe. Don't really know what they play though for mid and top. We'll have to see what they feel most comfortable playing.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see indeed. The Pantheon ban coming in. Mad Chef doesn't want to see it again, so it looks like a potential Renekton first pick or blind pick for Mad Chef and giving the counter pick to Just Relish. Do you think Mad Chef can pull it off this game? He did struggle a little bit last game. Or do you think that they need something different? Because they already got a Maokai, they got a Zyra, a lot of ways to stop Renekton to get into those team fights.
Oh.
That would be interesting.
Oh
No, don't do that. Don't do that, please. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. That is not the win con. Orianna is so much better. What are these hovers? Full AP Rek'Sai mid.
It's so juicy.
But it's going to be the Orianna. So they're going to give the counter pick to Mad Chef, something that we haven't seen FFC do today. So will it be enough?
lock in Silas. Do it. Do it, LRE. You won't. Just lock in Silas. Call it a day. Call it a win.
Yeah, FFZ gonna get the Orianna. So let's. Oh shoot! I just dropped. Okay. Yeah. So let's see what Mr. Krabs has in the chamber for the Orianna. Maybe. Oh, the Syndra. So I've seen a lot of this happen in pro play, and Orianna always seems to win the lane.
Yeah, the LRE team fight is disgusting. They just have to lock in a tank for this 5th pick, and FFZ is like almost never gonna win a team fight unless they have like a crazy lead.
Yeah, things. I mean, they have a lot of potential. I feel like even if they're equal, if Lee Sin can get a nice kick mixed in with an Orianna ball, things can look a little bit dangerous. But it is going to be the Aatrox for the top side. So let's see what FFZ can do. And Mad Chef hovering the Yone. I don't.
Okay.
Last time Yone was played by Mad Chef, it did not end well.
No, don't pick Rumble. Pick Yone. Just
I
lock
think
him in.
Rumble's
Yone-
good. I think Rumble is better. No?
Really?
I don't know the top matchups very well. But I also don't think. I don't think Mad Chef plays Yone is the problem.
Yone is a hard counter. It's like the immediate answer for Aatrox. It's like unplayable for Aatrox.
I mean, Rumble is pretty decent. Rumble has a lot of harass, and it's kind of hard for Aatrox to get close to him with the amount of slows and burns he can do.
No, I agree. I thought in my mind I was like Yone was a good pick because it not only hard counters Aatrox, it would also be really good for like catching the Caitlyn or the Syndra, despite like the Maokai and Zyra disengage type stuff. You can put like the Ori ball on Yone and just like have him wombo. But I think Rumble ulti is also kind of gross in team fights too.
Yeah.
Man, I like this draft. This draft is kind of cool.
Yeah, this game is going to be an interesting one. There's a lot of differences this game, a lot of different play styles, and a lot of things that can go wrong and can go right for both teams. I think key areas to look at are going to be the top lane matchup, because if Aatrox gets a lead, it's going to be quite rough, and the mid lane matchup, because Orianna and Syndra, those two champions can duke it out. And typically, Orianna does come out on top once she hits level 6, but we're going to have to see if Just Relish is up to the task to take down Mr. Krabs. And if Mad Chef can get a lead in the top lane over the Aatrox, that is going to be a lot of damage, because there's no true tank on the side of LRE if Maokai does do this hybrid AP build. So things can look quite devastating if either side gets a lead in the solo lanes.
I agree. Also want to keep an eye on the Lee Sin. We're gonna have to see what type of early game ganks or early game pressure he can execute over the Maokai.
Yeah, we're in that scenario like we were the last game, where Lee Sin should be able to farm faster, gank more than the Maokai, just like the Trundle could. So at least they have that going for them in the jungle. But once they get to that mid to late game, if Lee Sin doesn't have a lead, or if his team doesn't have a lead, the Maokai is going to make their day a living hell. So which side are you favoring?
I'm favoring LRE only because I think it's just an easier comp to execute. I think there's not really much they really have to do. They kind of just have to like, not AFK farm per se, but like just try not to die, farm up, and like eventually they're just gonna win, like pure team fight. But I think FFZ, like, they actually actively have to like look for picks and like set up their team fight wombo correctly, right? Like you want to see like the Orianna hitting multiple people or the Rumble ult hitting multiple people. And then also actively look for picks with the Ashe R, the Lee Sin kick, the Nautilus Q, /R.
I do agree. I do agree with a lot of the points you're making. It's definitely going to be a tough one for FFZ.
Yeah, it's gonna be a tough one, but I don't know. I think it's also gonna look pretty cool, because I can definitely see FFC winning this if they feel super comfy on the champs that they're playing. I don't know their team that well. Voperto might be super comfy on the Lee Sin, and I'd love to see some sick plays. It's always fun to watch a Lee Sin play. And Rumble also can like literally like make or break a team fight with an ulti. So if he's hitting like really good ultis, it's gonna be really uncomfortable for like these immobile like ranged characters like Caitlyn, Zyra, Syndra to like play the game.
Yeah.
But yeah, leaning over to LRE, but we'll see how both teams play.
All right. Well, we're going to send it off to the break while we load into the Rift for the final game between LRE and FFZ. Who will go forward to fight Maria's dungeon, and who will be left behind in the Gauntlet? We will know in a short 30 minutes, because that is probably the length of this game, as all League of Legends games are. But we'll be back with you guys in just 3 minutes. All right, everybody, we are on the Rift for game number 3 between LRE and FFZ. Who will come out on top and who will get left in the dust? Only we will find out. Prabu, are you ready?
You are
Yes,
not.
sir.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
Christina.
11,
No.
12,
Why is everyone taking my
13.
kills?
Ready to go. And everybody is picking the cleanses.
Yeah, there is a fair few. No, there's only one cleanse. Oh, they're just pinging it. I see. All right, we're going to see what they can do. They're stacking, so they're afraid of a potential invade here by the Nautilus, but it's just going to be the standard 5.4 FFZ. We're going to have to see what Tygoon can do on support. He's typically a top lane main and an 80 carry secondary, so not the greatest amount of support games in the chamber, but I have played with him a few times in the support role, and he's not terrible. So I have to see what he can do against Red Strike and UBC.
Minions have spawned.
Looks like both junglers are going to once again start on the top side, so a lot of potential fighting in the bot lane will be breaking out once again.
Give me back my
Ooh, some decent poke on this Aerosai here, and other than that, nothing too crazy happening in the early game. Both junglers just doing their standard clears. Baberto opted to do what looked like 2 secondary camps into red, whereas Maokai just did his red into a standard clear. So I'm curious at what Baberto is going to do with this like kind of different jungle clear path.
Yeah, it is kind of strange.
Ooh, some massive damage on the Tygoon. The disadvantages of being a melee support into double range.
Yeah, once you get under tower into Kanzai, you're not going to be playing the game much.
Yeah, they are going to have to kind of wait for Lee Sin to get down here to kind of like alleviate some of the pressure, but Maokai is here and Maokai is ready. So with Maokai not doing their full clear and getting there for a potential counter gank, it means that Lee Sin's going to get the level advantage a lot sooner than Maokai typically would be down.
Definitely, yeah.
Oh, the hook goes out, but it does not connect. Hits a minion. So now Lee Sin is here, but Lee Sin gets spotted on the ward, so he's not going to be able to do much, and Maokai is ready for the counter. Bapto's going to get engaged on here by Jordan, but Jordan doesn't have anyone to support Tygoon going forward to get a root on Zyra, but Tygoon's going to get dropped super low, and he's going to have to flash out. So that's going to be a flash blown for the side of FFZ, and a summoner's advantage for LRE.
Wow, wait, that Rumble is putting in some work right now.
Yeah, he's doing a lot of damage.
Oh, the turn shot's unfortunate though.
Match Chef has been doing a decent amount of work here in the top side for this series. A lot better than yesterday's series against BBC, and honestly, I would say an improvement against the series against you guys.
Yeah, no, he's playing really well. I definitely agree. Do you want to see what this Lee Sin's going to be doing?
Yeah,
So he's
Lee Sin-
gotten Huddle He's counter jungling. He's almost double CS on Maokai.
Yeah, he got both scuttles, and now he's tanking a camp, potentially two, and also they could look for a dive onto Aatrox, because Rumble is very easily going to be able to shove in this wave.
Yeah, it looks like that's their plan.
Oh, he's just going to go for it. He doesn't hit the Q, but they get the flash from Aatrox, so a pretty huge gank there, and all he took was one tower shot.
Top of his lane, in the wave, which is really important.
Yeah, Rumble now has access to the ultimate though, so Aatrox is going to have to be careful here, or he can get caught out by a Rumble ult slow because he doesn't have the flash to get away. Maokai is reading this though and is moving up, but Jordan doesn't have the ultimate right now.
Lee Sin's playing it really well. It's so interesting to watch him play. It's like he's not doing anything overly aggressive.
What a interesting hook on a red strike, but Tygoon's gonna get rooted up and he's gonna take some pretty decent damage. Sorry.
Oh no, you're totally good. I couldn't even keep talking once I saw that hook. I was like, whoa, what's happening? But yeah, no, Lee Sin isn't doing anything aggressive, nothing fancy. Standard jungle stuff, but he's developing quite a lead, I think.
Yeah, he's definitely making it known that he knows what he's doing. Like, just a slight little play is like he ward hopped to only take one tower shot and forces the Aatrox flash, which is a huge advantage for the Rumble. Now, Bakuto is on the bot side, so let's see what they can do. Tygoon gonna get dropped super low. Maybe enough to bait LRE in. He's going to hop over the wall with that, and he hits the Q on a Red Strike, and now Red Strike could be in trouble. Ghost is going to be popped by Zerathai. Red Strike's going to get dropped super low, but it is not enough to complete it, and Maokai is there to save Red Strike, but are they going to be able to save Tygoon and Your Bad Connection? Your Bad Connection falls to Zerathai. Red Strike at 1 HP. Tygoon as well, so Jordan has to be careful. He's going to get chased down. She's going to get slowed. The hook goes out. It does connect. He hits the shield up, but a kill picked up for Red Strike, but I think Zerathai gets 2. He might be able to get 3 if he chases. But Red Strike's can get away, so 2 for 2 in the bot side. First blood picked up by Jordan.
Really good kiting by Zerathai. Wow, I can't really remember the last time I saw Zerathai play Ashe, but man, that guy kind of smooth with it. That was really well played. Good spacing too.
Yeah, great kill pickups there for FFZ, all on the carry, whereas LRE got it on their tank and on their support. So a little bit of a gold increase for Ashe.
Yeah, for sure. Not the worst. Was a really good counter game by Maokai as well. Yeah, some even trades it seems.
Yeah, now match stuff gonna get a little bit of a scuffle here with Mikello, but Tygoon's here. Look at the support roam. It is insane. Aatrox popped the ultimate, but he does get rooted. He does get hooked, and Rumble Ult's going to go down, but Matchef could be in trouble. He's low, and he's in danger. Can Bakuto get there in time? Matchef's going to walk away thanks to the Tygoon root, and that's going to be Bakuto picking up a kill. What a brilliant roam there by Tygoon.
Yeah, you don't see that every day, and Kalen and Zyra seem to be getting some plates, but nothing too crazy. I wonder if they'll try to do something against his Ashe, or if Syndra will rotate over to the blue side jungle to counterplay something, but... Oh, Tygoon?
Yeah, Mr. Crab's going to have to blow the flash there to avoid the shockwave. Tygoon is doing work. He's basically the second jungler.
Yeah, wait, what? Wait, you mentioned in draft that he doesn't usually play support, right?
He plays it very rarely.
Oh, he plays it rarely. Okay. Nah, this guy looking kind of certified. I mean, hey, he's making plays, you know? Roaming support indeed.
Yeah, he's gone through a few phases of support play. But he hasn't played it in quite some time. Tygoon gonna look for a hook onto Red Strike. Red Strike drops ultimate for himself, but Tygoon is now in trouble. He gets trapped and he falls. But here comes Just Relish. Zerathai might fall. He flashes into the push, trying to lose vision. But that is a double kill for Red Strike while Your Bad Connection falls to Just Relish. And this Zyra is basically the mid laner at this point.
This is kind of hilarious. There's a little joke between me and some of the LRE guys where Red Strike 99 always ends up with the kills. It's kind of funny. It's actually really funny. because I played ADC with this man a couple times, a couple seasons.
Oh, Tycoon flashes forward for the hook onto Mr. Krabs. Mr. Krabs could be in danger. Tycoon drops the ultimate, but here comes the Maokai ult to try to save him. Can Mr. Krabs get enough damage down? He does pick up one, and that's going to be the trade, 1 for 1. And that gives Just Relish time to get that wave pushed in. No TP on the Syndra.
Tycoon's is different. I don't know. I don't know. They have really good vision across that river. Oh, Maokai's here. Okay.
Yeah, Maokai's here. This first tower is getting dangerously low for LR or for FFZ.
Lee Sin's hovering.
Yeah, Lee Sin's hovering. Ash ultimate is up. The Ash ultimate goes out onto Red Strike, so this could be a huge shutdown for somebody. That's going to be onto Zerathai. A nice 600 gold influx into the 80 carry.
Yeah, that was a really good pick. They saw the bounty, looked for the pick. They're playing their comp really well. They have a pick comp, Nautilus, Ash, Lee Sin. And they're going for those picks, getting that lead.
Now Just Relish is here. They're trying to do something. They have the Herald. They're going to try to get this first tower. So great movements there by their team, but Just Relish is going to get dropped super low. The hook goes out by Tygoon. The shockwave goes out, but it's not enough to save Red Strike. So Red Strike fall. Oh no, that's Just Relish's. Never mind, I'm tripping.
Ooh.
The huge shutdown picked up there for Mr. Krabs. He has the roam, and now Tygoon is a little bit too deep. He is going to fall, but will they be able to get the first tower? They do. So, oh no, they don't yet. Not quite. Double kill picked up. This first tower should fall to Vaporto and Zerathai.
I don't know how I feel.
This
like,
is a super even game.
yeah, it's weird. It's like, at first I was like, oh, this is such a good bot dive. Like, LRE shouldn't have stayed here. They're kind of just dying and giving free gold to FFZ, but then Syndra came around and kind of turned it around. So now it's just dead even. Oh, TP.
Yeah, TP coming in. Red Just Relish is here. They're going to start the fight under Red Strike, and Red Strike is going to fall to Just Relish. So some great gold influx right in front of the dragon, and it's now going to be a 4v3. Aatrox is roaming down. No TP by Mad Chef, so this should turn into a 4v4 soon, but Dragon's going to get started up. And now we're going to have to see what they can do with Aatrox on the prowl. Jordan gets the ultimate, hits 2, and Vaporto's going to get dropped super low. Ash ultimate goes out onto Jordan. Jordan's going to get killed. And now your back connection's going to have to pop his flash from a great hook by Tygoon. Once again, we're back to a 4v3, and the jungler is dead for LRE. Mikello on the Aatrox is trying to do work, but the shockwave goes out, and Mikello's going to get dropped low. His Qs are healing him, but are they going to be enough? And it looks like it won't be, but Mr. Krabs going to pick up a lot of kills with your back connection, getting the solo on Just Relish. And once again, we're back into even gold for both teams.
Yeah, that was a really good roam by Mikello. Mikello Piccolo. Man, oh man.
Yeah, Matchup's going to be able to get another plating top side, but the tower is going to fall to your back connection. Ooh, this game is definitely going to be a banger.
Yeah, this is really, really hype. Honestly, like, both teams playing super, super well. LRE getting their carries fed actually now, which is really, really good. And FFZ honestly playing a really beautiful pick game right now. Laying down all their ults to get picks across the map. And Mad Chef on the Rumble holding it down too.
Yeah. I have to take a call real quick. Keep them entertained.
Oh, you know, I'm the most entertaining person there is. I got this. I got this. Man, how do I sabotage this stream now that Frostbyte's gone? Just joking. Okay. Mikello burning Oriana's flash. Good looks. Bush camping. I like it. This Ash is doing some suspicious behavior right now. What is this? Wow, yeah, okay. And Tygoon is doing Tygoon things. There should be a... Ooh! Ooh, okay. Okay, it's an Ash flank, and they should walk away. Yeah, yeah, walk away. Oh, I guess Nautilus can't really walk away. Or can he? Oh my god, that Nautilus pick went so far. Miklo putting in the numbers. So, yeah, I think it was a good look for FFZ, except for the fact that Just Relish couldn't make it to the fight. But dang. I don't know who this Mr. Krabs guy is, but he's kind of playing out of his mind. He's like 1v9 right now. I think we're gonna have to see who's gonna stop this guy. Man, I can talk to myself all day. Oh, Just Relish. He's going for it. What? That Lee Sin Q. That went to Mars, bro. Come on, you gotta hit those, dude. You gotta hit those.
Alright, I'm back. Ah,
Welcome back. Welcome
yeah.
back.
Thank God this is the last game of the series because I have to go somewhere after this.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. Hopefully this game doesn't go too long because it's kind of looking that way.
Yeah, I have up to 3 hours to respond, so we should have time. But now we have an engage breaking out. Bobtail looks for a kick onto Jordan, so it's going to be a jungler versus jungler trade. Miklo is not quite here yet, but Matchef and Just Relish are pretty healthy. They're trying to get down some poke damage. Herald is going to fall to LRE, and now Tygoon is brought super low, and I don't think they can really get much more out of this other than a 1-for-1 trade, and the gold is just 1,000 in favor of LRE.
Yeah, this is gonna be interesting. I think like the Lee Sin needs to prioritize who he's trying to pick in these fights. Because insecting a Maokai is just not it. You have to like, you definitely have to try to get the Caitlyn or the Syndra. But overall, pretty even. I mean, nothing too crazy going on. Besides the Summer 1 Syndra. Yeah.
Yeah, Herald. Who has the Herald right now? Caitlyn does, so looks like they're going to try to probably use this mid lane because I feel like that's where Caitlyn is going to be for basically the majority of the game.
The Drake's spawning too, so I'd assume they'd like time it so that you'd have to respond to the Herald or the Drake or something.
Yeah, Tygoon trying to clear out some vision, but he's going to get harassed by Red Strike. Dragon spawns in 10 seconds. Herald was dropped. Looks like we're going to have a potential 5v5 here, so let's see if Bopto can look for a kick into a decent Matchef ultimate. That's a root onto Zerathai. He's going to get a little bit harassed. No Lee Sin Qs are quite connecting.
Is Caitlyn soloing the Drake right now?
It looks like she is, and she is strong enough. It's not like they can really move.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dragon B secured by LRE. There's not much FFZ could do at this stage of the game right now. They need to look for some kind of pick. That's kind of like what their whole comp, I feel like, revolves around. But the or the rebound that LRE has with Syra, with Maokai, is so deadly. Even Syndra.
Yeah.
And Syndra is 7-1, I just realized.
They're running another kind of weird disengage comp, honestly, which is kind of tough for like. I mean, pick should be pretty good into this. But full-on engaging is a little bit hard. Every time the Nautilus and the Lee Sin try to go in, the Zyra ult just comes out and you can't really do anything.
Yeah, Zyra has picked up so many kills here, but now we have Milkilo looking for Orianna. That's going to get Just Relish's flash.
Yeah, this is the second time he's burned Orianna flash on the side lane too.
Baron is going to get pinged by LRE. I hope they're not starting this. Surely they're just clearing vision, right?
Yeah, I assume so, but I don't know. You have a Zyra, so it's like it's not weird for them to maybe try to look for it. But I hope they wouldn't. I feel like it would give FFZ a chance to maybe do something crazy and kill them there or something like that. Rumble ulti can be scary in the dragon in the Baron pit.
Do you not see how Kevin's left the exercise? No. I don't care.
Yeah, this tower, honestly, more than likely is going to fall here. It's a 3v3. Lee Sin is on the side, but the tower will fall, and they're just going to walk away.
Man, has LRE always done this like triple pink ward and river situation whenever there's an objective up? Because that looks so pretty.
Yeah, they definitely got a lot of vision control on the map right now. If we take a look at the vision, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wards placed for LRE to the 1 of FFZ. Actually 2, but one's on the opposite side of the map, so.
Oh, pinging? Question mark, question mark.
Yeah, Tygoon looking for some vision clear.
Super important, but you gotta be careful as Nautilus. Make sure you don't get caught. Rumble. Ooh, Aatrox is waiting for Rumble.
Yeah, I'm curious at who wins this right now. Matchef gonna get some harassed. It's a lot of Qs from Mikkolo. Mikkolo's gonna start the chase. Rumble drops the equalizer, but it's just gonna get avoided by the Aatrox. He needed to drop the other way, and that's gonna be the solo kill for Mikkolo.
Yeah, the bush camping is working. I guess they all, I mean, they all kind of keep forgetting that he's just kind of sitting in that bush.
Yeah,
But
now
they're
just
kind of
Relish could be in trouble. Jordan drops the ultimate, and he's going to get CC'd, and he's going to get stuck. Now it's going to be a kill for Mr. Krabs, and this could be a Baron opening for the team if they so desire.
Yeah, LRE is about to get so much gold off of these splitting lanes.
Yeah, they're already at a 3,000 gold lead, basically, and that should be the tower falling. They're looking for your back connection. The Ash ultimate goes out. Flash goes down by UBC, but UBC is going to get caught by the hook, and the blast gun's going to go off. And that's going to be Zerathai picking up a kill on UBC. It's very needed by them.
That was so cool. What? I didn't even see that angle. Where did they even come from? And now they're pressuring mid top. What? Okay. Okay, FFZ, I see you guys. Man. I really shouldn't be cheering for the team that kind of beat me up yesterday, but
That's typically what you're
man, are
supposed
they
to do.
playing well, you
Like-
know? They're just playing so well.
Like, if you can't make it, if the team that beat you wins the whole thing, that means that you just lost the first place, basically.
Oh, true. True. Okay, okay. When you put it like that, maybe I gotta change my alliances, you know? but man, yeah, no, they're playing well. They're playing their pick comp pretty well. You know, it was looking kind of grim for a second, but they got a really good pick. Yeah, let's see what they can do.
We have another Kimtech soul, by the way. I'm tired of seeing this dragon.
Yeah.
I feel like we've had it every single game except one.
Oh, Mad Chef, no.
Yeah, Matchef could be in danger, but Bapato is here. He's going to drop down the equalizer, so now it's a 2v1. Mikkolo is trying to get some damage. They have the anti-heal. Caitlyn ult comes in to get some damage onto Matchef, and the Q does not connect. Matchef getting hit by Mikkolo. While the dragon gets started up by LRE, Orianna is committed to the split. It looks like they're just going to let go of this dragon.
Yeah, I think this is a fine trade, honestly. It was gonna be hard to fight this anyway, right? You don't have the Rumble ulti anymore, so...
Hello? Hello? Uh-oh. Hello?
Or,
Hello?
or you're not gonna get a lot of gold.
My internet.
Aatrox TP.
My internet dying.
hello, I
What's
hear you.
what's your timer at?
I'm at 24:36.
Okay, we're still at the same timer at least.
Cool. The stream I think is lagging a little. but-
Yeah, my internet is dying just a tad bit.
Oh, it's all good.
Yeah, but now, oh, your back connection is in a little bit of danger. He's gonna get the 1-for-1 trade. That's pretty decent for the side of FFZ. pretty big player dropped out of the fight. Now we have a 4v4 for the Baron, but Mr. Krabs is in the bot lane. He does have teleport. They're going to start this up. They know they have the numbers advantage. They're going to start out onto Mikkolo. The ultimate from them, from Maokai is going to go down along with the Zyra. The TP's coming in just a little bit too late, so Mr. Krabs going to get hit by the hook, but the spell shield is going to block it, but Jordan will fall. A nice tick there by Vaprito. It is what the team needed, but can they complete the kill? They do. Matchup gets the 1,000 gold shutdown.
Oh my god, this game is so entertaining. It's crazy. Man, good picks overall. This is so cool.
Yeah, this game, once again, equal gold.
Yeah, this Rumble is like so rich, it's crazy.
Yeah, let's take a look at the gold. Go ahead. Hello?
Oh, hi? Huh?
Yeah.
Hello?
What were you saying? Yeah, so Rumble ahead 1,000 gold. Vaprito ahead 1,500. But there is a massive gold disparity in the mid lane. 3,000 gold advantage for the Syndra. And everywhere else is pretty even.
It's not too bad because, I mean, in that fight, they were able to land some key abilities on the Syndra, which is really good. They got the Nautilus hook to break the spell shield into the Lee Sin insect. Yeah, if they can keep getting picks like this, I think I can see an angle for them. Otherwise, for LRE, it's kind of just like play around Syndra and let her 1v9. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if this Syndra falls, Syndra has 3,000 of the gold. If Syndra falls alone in a pick or something, that is like basically all their gold. And Ashero's gonna go out, does not connect onto Red Strike. And once again, Just Relish fighting Mikkolo. He's gonna drop the command shockwave. And just going to be able to walk away, so at least this time he can get away without the flash. Q goes out onto Jordan, the hook under Red Strike. Red Strike pops the Hourglass, but now Mr. Krabs is here. Tycoon is a little bit in trouble. He's going to fall to UBC's ultimate. Now Zerthai and Vaprito are going to have to walk away. So the pick comp gets picked. And Vaprito walking right into Mikkolo. Mikkolo is going to try to do something. Zerthai gets the slow on, so he could be in danger. They don't have any ultimates to really save him. The EQ misses from Mr. Krabs. Mr. Krabs stuck in the equalizer. Some great damage, but Zerthai is in trouble. Vaprito picks up one onto UBC, and he's going further. He's trying to get more. He's trying to save the team. What a great ward hop to get away, but the stun from Mr. Krabs is enough to complete the kills. And that is going to be a 3-for-1.
Yeah, the Syndra's kind of just untouched. Just tossing her abilities around and doing damage. The Boppers were playing really well, though. That Warhawk was kind of sick.
Dragon spawning in 20 seconds. This will be soul point if LRE can secure it. Tygoon going to get caught out a little bit by Mikkolo. He's going to have to hook the wall. Zerthai's going to throw a slow, and that's going to delay his back. And now the chase begins. Jordan is looking. Mikkolo is looking. They get the hook onto Jordan, but Mikkolo has the chase. TP coming in, but they might be TPing in a little deep. Now Just Relish is going to fall, and Tygoon will be quick to follow. What a great Q there to stop it. This should be the Baron unless Vaprito can do a heroic steal. Something that Vaprito has done a lot in BTL in the past seasons as well. So let's see what they can do. He does have the execute advantage here. Mikkolo is trying to push them away. He's going to hit the blast cone to get on top of Vaprito, but he's not going to find him. Baron going to get dropped down to 5,000. Who is going to get it? Vaprito looking. Vaprito hits the Q, but he gets pushed away by the Syndra and the Aatrox. So Baron is going to fall to Jordan's smite. Pings on the dragon. And once again, we're at a 4,000 gold lead for LRE.
They got to the river first. I mean, maybe they can
Yeah.
clear out the river and look for a pick or something like that. It's a
Jordan
good
is
angle.
pretty far. They're starting this dragon up. I don't know if Jordan's going to be able to get here in time. They do it pretty fast. So it looks like dragon will fall. So the dragons are equalized. The gold is still heavily in LRE's favor. And now they don't have the advantage in the mid wave. So mid tower should be falling. Ash Arrow goes out. It does connect, but it doesn't mean much. We have a pretty interesting Rumble build, might I add. Jock show a hook on the Aatrox. They're starting to fight. Maokai drops his ultimate forward. Tygoon could be in a little bit of trouble. He gets rooted up along with Bakuto. He falls. Mr. Krabs. Power Shockwave isn't enough to save him, and it doesn't do that much damage right now.
Yeah, then Allah's hook was interesting, I think. I don't know. Rumble's ulti wasn't up, so I think you have to wait for that at least if you're gonna fight. It was a good look if Rumble's ulti was up because they would all be coming through that choke. And it was only like a few seconds off too. I think Rumble's ulti needs like 10 seconds.
Yeah, the Syndra is quite a threat. Look at the damage. Matchef gets rooted up and he's going to be able to walk away, but this tower should be falling. We're going to have to see what they can do or if this inhibitor is going to fall. We have some backs coming in. Aatrox has completed it. Now let's see what they can do. Bakuto stepping forward. He's trying to find him. Aatrox isn't there. Ash ulti goes out. It does not connect. Bakuto gets the kick. A flash kick into your back connection. Your back connection is going to fall while Bakuto is on Mr. Krabs. Mr. Krabs is in danger. Huge shutdown from Bakuto while your back connection picks up one. Jordan is looking to try to keep them away, but she's not going to be able to do enough. So that's going to be a 3-for-1, and they're starting to close the gold lead. This game is just back and forth, back and forth.
Wait, Vapoteur is actually just like 1v9. What?
Yeah.
Wait, he killed Gauntlet and Syndra.
Yeah, now it's just up to Zyra and Aatrox, not the Fedis members on the team. Tygoon looks forward with the Nautilus ult onto Red Strike with the Rumble ult, gets down some massive damage. Red Strike is in danger. He's dropped down to half. Miklo is trying to get away. He picks up one. Matchef finds him though with Zerathai, and now Red Strike should fall. And this should be the tower and the inhibitor falling in quick succession.
Wow, wait, this game is so cool. They're both playing so well. I don't know who to cheer for. You know what? I'm just great to be here. Man, oh man. Oh. Dragons are even. Gold is even.
This game
Towers are even.
This game is too close.
Yeah, no, honestly. Like, both teams are just playing so well. Like,
when Mr. Krabs falls, it is like LRE loses all their damage. I feel like if it's not for Mr. Krabs, Mr. Krabs has a 5,000 gold lead. When he falls, the gold lead immediately goes into LRE's favor.
yeah, I definitely agree. I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm looking at their comp, right? It's like a Syndra with Banshee's Veil, and you have a Zyra and a Maokai. Like, there's no way somebody should be getting on the Syndra, but
Bakuto is finding the angles, to say the least.
he's finding the way, you know? He's leading his team to victory. I'm all for it. I'm all for it. They're doing a good job. There's a minute and a half, 2 minutes for objectives, it seems. I'd like to see them look for some other pick or something. They have a window. Yeah. They're pinging the Orianna to go for the bottom tower.
Yeah, Aatrox is spotted top side. They don't know where Matchef is, so if Matchef can get in here in time, Zerathai can look for an ultimate pick here. Orianna on the side with TP. As long as FFZ doesn't get caught out like they have been in the last few plays, I feel like this game is neck and neck.
Yeah, for sure. I think
FFZ needs to be the ones to initiate the picks. They can't be the ones that get cut out. An ultimate from the Ashe goes out, but it doesn't connect. Your back connection might just fall, though, to the Q. No, Caitlyn survives. Double TP coming in. Zerathai has to run, but this could be a little bit too late. Their main carry is gone. Matchup is going to get pushed away by Mr. Krabs. Mr. Krabs is going to pick up one. It is a 3v5. Just Relish is going to fall. It is now a 2v5. Isn't going to be enough. Can Zerathai and Tygoon stop the world ender of Mikolo? Or, sorry, it's a 4v2. Red Strike did fall. But this could be it. This could be the game.
Yeah, it's a game-ending push right here. They could totally end it. Let's see what they do.
Yeah, Zerathai and Tygoon are going to have to pull some miracles to make this game last any longer. They attempted for the pick and it didn't pay off. Now, Tygoon looking for a hook to try to catch the wave out. Miklo going to get dropped super low. Zerathai is going to get ulted here by Mr. Krabs. Going to get dropped low. Jordan flashes forward for the root. Zerathai is going to fall. It is now on just Tygoon's hand, but he is going to fall. Vaporto might be able to do something, but he doesn't have the flash. He has to try. He gets the kick. He gets the kill.
Ooh.
But is he going to be able to stop it? It doesn't look like he can. And that's going to be the game. And that's going to be the series for LRE.
That's crazy.
Woo.
All right, that's a clean series right there.
What
My God.
a tight game. All right,
Tight
though.
game.
There can only be one MVP, though. Who are you going to give it to?
I think the choice is obvious. Who do you think it should be?
No. No. That's your job.
Oh, it's Mr. Krabs, of course.
Okay, I figured, but I don't see Mr. Krabs in there. Wait.
I mean, if it's not Mr. Krabs, then it has to be Piccolo.
Wait,
in this
yeah, I have no clue.
yeah.
I don't even
It's
think.
one of the two.
I don't even see Piccolo in there. Is Piccolo the Bussy General? Did he name change? Okay.
Yeah. Or Blast. I think he's in the
Yeah.
call as Blast. Yeah.
Hello. Oh no, he has the intro music.
It's the goated intro music.
Yeah, he is muted though. I don't know if he's here.
I mean, he joined the.
Oh,
No, I
sorry, I
dragged
was
him
trying. Try not to get copyright striked by Toei Animation.
All right. Well, congratulations. You were the secondary MVP because we couldn't find Mr. Krabs, but you did play.
Oh yeah, he had to reset the PC.
Yeah, you did play pretty well. Those games were very close. So what was going through your guys' head, and were you guys a little nervous there?
Oh, so it's gonna be a little scuffed because my dog is in the background. But I mean, game one, I feel like we weren't exactly playing our style and how we wanted to play. Like I was on like a super tank duty. That's not really what I'm used to playing. So game two, we kind of cooked up something a little more aggressive. We had a lot of good picks. I think the Pantheon matchup is that once I get that Borg, like the W plus 3 autos is actually just so much damage. You just kind of one shot anybody. Game three, I think we cooked up again. I got another pretty solid champion, Aatrox, another thing that I play often. I was really worried they were going to pick the Yone. I thought the Yone pick would have been pretty good, but he ended up going with the Rumble, which is actually like a self-counter pick from my history. I was a lot more comfortable in that matchup.
All right. Well, you guys are slotted to play Maria's Dungeon next. You guys don't really get that much of a break, which is a little bit of a tragedy. But are you guys prepared? And what did you guys do to actually get ready for these two series?
Well, I will say I think we play Maria's Dungeon more than any other team. So this is kind of like a little BTL rivalry going on behind the scenes. But definitely just trying to stay warmed up, playing all the games. And yeah, we don't have a break in between, but I think it's better to be heated up when we're playing these games.
All right. Well, do you have any questions, Prabu, for the MVP of the series?
Nah, not really. He's just a child-born genius, you know. I've been dual partnered with this guy for eons at this point, and he always carries me in solo queues, so I'm not too surprised by his performance in the series, and I just want to see him, wreak some havoc in the side lanes again in this upcoming series. And good luck to my boys. Yeah, that's all I gotta say.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us. Mr. Krabs, you change your name so much, it's crazy.
He's
But
I think he's still resetting.
Yeah, or not Mr. Krabs, sorry. What the hell? Why can I not remember?
Bussy General.
Yeah, no, but that wasn't his name in the game. What was your name in the game?
Miklo.
Yeah,
That's
Miklo.
on me.
Yeah,
That's
Miklo.
on me. Yeah, he has
Miklo.
changed it. He actually did submit that name.
Yeah, there's so many changes. But thank you for joining us, and thank you for Prabu for joining us. I'm gonna have to pass the reign off to Ito because I have to go somewhere, and it might take a while. Hopefully not. But thank you for joining us, and thank you guys for all the support. And Ito, take it away once I end stream.
Oh, okay.